What's up, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. Boozer here. Thanks for stopping by. Today we're going to be doing our CVC stream. It's a personal reward CVC. So if you guys are joining here from YouTube in the future, welcome, guys. Hopefully you guys can catch the stream next time. But I basically try to stream every CVC if possible. Yeah, not really a guide or anything. We're just chilling, just doing our CVC grind. So let's get started here. You see we're up against Nightwatch 2. I think we're in the top 20 for this clan, I think. I think Nightwatch. What's their rank? Not too sure. It doesn't really say. They have a rank here. It's kind of weird. Their total minimum requirement's pretty high. But yeah, our clan's pretty stacked for power, I think. Anyways, let's check out our quests. We did a quest reset today, so I want to get that right away. Let's pick a quest here. I always forget this stuff. Oh man, these quests all are bad. I don't like any of these. HP burn debuff. Okay, this one I can do. Let's do that one. Defeat. I guess this one is doable. Yeah. There's no other one to do. My time zone doesn't allow me to get a good quest. I'm always late. And then the normal one. Increase attack for tag team. Yeah, that sounds easy. All right. What's up, chat? Welcome everybody. Good morning. How are you guys? Resize the window. Oh, I like having this window here because it's kind of easier to navigate around. Like for example, my bottom toolbar here can pop up and I can do stuff. But yeah, that's kind of one of the reasons why I leave it like this. But yeah, I understand like it doesn't look that good. Energy, that's great. Charms, yep. Accuracy charm, very valuable. Pick up that. Rank charm, pick up that. All right, energy, good. We're all good. Sorry, I'm gonna dart over to my other account and I do the same stuff. Look for my quests and all that. How's everybody doing? How's everybody CVC doing? Let me know what you guys are up to. Just get right with you guys. 2000 defeat 2000 spiders. Impossible. Receive last milestone reward. Okay, let's do that. I should be able to do that. What's my next one? 100 debuffs in a single Hydra battle. Okay, that's doable. Last one is 19 turns on Demon Lord. Perfect. I can do that. You can't see it with every window size. Oh, I see what you're talking about now. Oh, I see. Okay. What was it? Control. Is it control enter or is it alt enter? There you go. Alt enter. Level 33. Yeah, I think our clan is like level 10 or something. Yeah, rank 10. I mean, yeah, it's gonna be close. It's gonna be close. Might be ugly, but we'll see. All right, let's get some good RNG for stream. Boom! Say ancient shard. That's what I'm talking about. Oh damn! No luck on this one. No luck on this one. I got a voice shard on my other account. And an ancient shard, so no super luck. Good morning guys. What's up? How many points so far? I literally just started, so I have no points. I have 2,000 points. I stand corrected. I have 2,000 points. What's up, Kazi? How are you, man? Thanks for joining me. What's up, guys? Good morning. You know how we do it when we do CVC. We well, first of all, we're energy cap, so let's get rid of the cap right now. I'm doing Sand Devil, but everything will be done this CVC most likely. There's a lot of good things going on. I mean, we have Fire Knight, we have Savage event for Fire Knight, we have Sand Devil going on. It's kind of sucky that they don't give us like a dungeon diver or anything to go with Fire Knight. Yeah, and we have to book Armans. I wanted to do, oh, so lucky, we got 3 dust right away, so lucky. I wanted to do a video on Armans without books. I think he's very viable without books. So I'm probably not going to book him right away, but this CVC will definitely be booking him. Shit, my brain is not here. What was I looking at? Tag team. Okay, tag team. Oh, you guys, what are you guys doing? You guys booking out Armans probably? Most people. Hello, AC. How are you? What's up, man? It's gonna be an interesting one for Valspawn, that's for sure. hopefully you guys got a manageable one. I think Zephyr has a pretty easy one too. So good. Hey Than, what's up, man? Good morning. I have a question. I saw a video that Godseeker Ninja God need to be 265, but I see him don't use the aura. So I make him 241 plus Fushan lead. Aniri needs to be the lead. She needs to be the leader, otherwise the run doesn't work. That's why there's no aura run. Booked Armans and Duchess. Nice. Congrats on Duchess. Yeah, I think I'm going to make a video on Armans without books first before booking them out. So I have like 2 days to do that. So I'll probably do that later today. I think he's pretty viable without books, especially for like early game or mid game. I think he's pretty good. To make her 265 and farming Sand Devil 25, yeah, you have to put Godseeker Aniri in the lead. If you don't put her in the lead, then the run won't work. All right. See here. That's why you never see those teams run aura, right? Sorry. While my main account's going, I have to manage my alt account. So. Oh, Ace. What's up, man? That makes sense. AC with 3. That makes sense. Not bad just getting away with CVC. It seems Conquest has a decent matchup. Oh, nice. Okay, well, best of luck, man. Hopefully you guys can pull through. What kind of numbers does Conquest put up usually? I'm not familiar. Like clan total points. Booked Armans and Sifi. Nice. Congrats on Sifi. What's up, Matt? Welcome. Oh, another question. Another question I have actually would be, we have that really juicy Marichka Terrace event right now for CVC. That might get pretty interesting. I'm not gonna lie, I'm thinking about going for Marichka, but I don't have. I'm not close to Mercy, so it is not good advice for me to go for Marichka. Let me see. I'm 35 void shards in, and I have maybe like 100. Yeah, the last thing I want is to like go for Marichka and then get nothing with no boosted rates and no summon event or anything like that. So I don't know. PR CVC is 400k. Mostly people go above and beyond. Okay, so just like Wrath. Nice. Infernal's pulling 1,000 voids tomorrow. It's gonna be brutal to keep up with him. Oh god. Oh yeah, I saw his 1,000 void shards. It's just I hope he gets it, man. I hope he gets it. I'll be happy for him. That's a lot of money. How about Nah? What's up, man? Quick question, what's your opinion on Mona Lisa? I'm not too sure. I've never seen it in person. I've only saw pictures of pictures. I don't know. I'm not a guy that you ask to appreciate art. I don't really appreciate art as you know as much as I should probably. So probably not the right person to ask. But I can appreciate the hard work that went into it, but I don't even know how hard the history behind it, to be honest. She is my first Void Legendary. Marichka? That's really wild. I pulled 38 earlier, got nothing. 160 in emergency. Ugh, yeah, big pain, right? I don't like pulling Void Shards if I'm not guaranteed to get something out of it. So I want to... Unfortunately, the timing doesn't really work out for Marichka. I have to wait for the next one. I mean, I missed Narcissus on my main account because I didn't have enough Void Shards. I was chasing Yumiko on the 25x, and you know, I didn't have enough Void Shards for Narcissus. I wasn't expecting, you know, Plarium to give us a meta Void Legendary, to be honest. So, what's up, Kim? Welcome. You got a new account. Who should I 6-star first, Taras or Rathlos for early game? I mean, 100% Taras. Taras is going to be carrying you everywhere. Rathlos, he can carry you in some spots, but not as many spots, I think, as Taras. Yeah. Not even close to Wrath. Y'all demolish us in seconds. I mean, Wrath is like a 400k clan, but of course the ceiling on Wrath is very high. I think everybody in Wrath is capable of doing, I don't know, like 1 million or something. What's up, Alpha? Georgia is the most fun champ in the game. Yeah, Georgia is fun. My Georgia is not insane or anything, so I give my Georgia a hard time. I'm very new to raid. Is getting 7.58 mil damage, 1 key, clan boss on hard, good. Well, it depends how long you've been playing. Like if you've been playing a week, that's really good. If you've been playing a month, that's probably still fine. If you're playing 6 months and you're still doing hard clan boss, then it's probably not fine. But of course, it depends on how much you actually play, and you know, lots of factors. Pulling Taras in new account is insane. Yeah, it actually is, right? What's up, M? Hey, Boozor. After these summons, I'm expecting really big fusion. What do you think? We should get fusion news next week. Maybe next Tuesday, and then fusion should start next Friday. So the Titan event, sorry, let me check my calendar. The Titan event ends on Monday, I think. Monday or Tuesday, and then we should get fusion news, and then on the 4th or 5th the fusion should start. So that I'm almost 100% confident that is the schedule. I don't know if it's going to be good or not. That's just speculating. But I mean, we will see. The last fusion was pretty good, obviously, our man's. But we'll see. We don't know. I don't know. It's just speculating at this point. Yeah. Who's your CVC opponent? Night Watch. I don't know them. Night Watch, yeah. Level 18 clan. I mean, usually if I see the level 18 clan, we're level 20. So if I see anything not level 20, then I think we have probably a good shot, right? You guys are doing faction wars, make sure you guys do level 21. 21 gives more points for CVC. You guys should be doing level 21 in general if you guys can do it, because 21 gives you more resources. Let's see. Yeah, I hope we don't match up with Wrath, or I'll throw in the top. I mean, you know, it's bound eventually, like, the cluster is so big, we're bound to play in-house teams, right? It's not, you know, I don't really like you know, making anybody forfeit or anything like that. It's kind of like, oh, let's just duke it out. And then some people might get yeah, I don't know. It is what it is. Maybe it saves resources and stuff if deals are made. I kind of like that, like saving the resources. But yeah, hopefully no hard feelings for any of that, like in-house clan stuff. I have a 5-star soul for Taras, but I know I would be disappointed if I tried to pull him. I mean, you know, you can make an educated gamble, right? Like I said, if you're close to Mercy, then it might be the best time for you to gamble for Taras. But if you're not close to Mercy and you're literally just gambling, then you know what to expect, right? Then you can probably say like, oh, I'm probably not gonna get him, but I'm at peace with gambling. There's been multiple in-house matches already, yeah, for sure. Like the cluster is just so massive and it's bound to happen. You see any opponents in live that draft around Arbiter, Lockout, Armands? Trying to find a good draft for my account. No Severe Duchess. I mean, most people don't have a set strategy, so they always, you know, outside of like maybe the first pick, they don't have a set strategy. So you could always have like a first pick that you lean on. So your first pick could be Armands, because Armands just kind of fits in most teams, or it could be Lockout. Lockout is obviously very good, but Lockout can be exploited because you can just obviously pick like mythical champions to counter Lockout champions, or pick strong A1 nukers, for example. So it really depends what kind of team you want to build around, but I usually don't standardize like my drafts. But Arbiter, Armands, Lockout is a pretty safe top 3, because if they ban Armands, you still have the Lockout. But you would probably lose to like Stone Skin mythical nukers with that kind of setup, because the Lockout won't stop that. But I don't know what rank you're at, how many mythical nukers you see, so if that is a concern or not. But in-house raid, what a time to be alive. What's up, Barbosa? Hello from Brazil. Hello, man. Welcome. One of them was decided via coin flip. Nice. And streamed, and one leader clan called the flip. Nice. That's pretty fun. Yeah, make it a game for sure. I've got lucky and I got a 6-star Calvalax. Haven't pulled him, but was wondering how rare it is to get a 6-star soul. It's pretty rare. There was an event recently where they increased the rate of 6-star souls, but generally they are pretty rare, especially from the small soul stones, the mortal soul stones. Sorry, I don't know the exact math right now, but they are pretty rare. Hello from France. Hello. Love your content. Thanks, man. Any good tips for Fire Knight? I don't have many champs that strike multiple times. I assume you're doing normal Fire Knight. For normal Fire Knight, I mean, yeah, I'm gonna have to see your roster. But I'm sure there's gonna be some way to do normal Fire Knight. It's one of those stages where you kind of need some specific champions. You can't just go in with like generic champions like Dragon. If you can't do super high levels of Fire Knight, I would say don't really focus too much on it. Try to do some of the lower stages if you can, just to get through the points or events or whatever. But yeah, you're definitely looking at multi-hit champions. So without them, it's going to be quite difficult. Yeah, I think it's going to be too difficult to even suggest a game plan for that dungeon without multi-hit champions. What's up, Yanni? Welcome. Julian, what's up? Mashal, my best pull. Nice. Mashal is very nice. He straight up carried this faction wars when I pulled him. Yeah, he makes this faction wars like nothing. Like, Michelle's still so strong. CC plus damage, and then speed up is just, yeah, trivializes the content here. Counterattack, reflect damage. Yeah, I'm assuming he's very new player, so I assume counterattack's not going to be part of his roster, but it's going to be hard to make suggestions without properly seeing like a roster anyway, so kind of just throwing ideas in the wind here. Sorry. It's good you have subscriber mode on chat. I can't believe I hadn't subscribed yet. Also, what is your opinion on Akentum? Akentum is actually a really good champion. I mean, he's probably one of the better epics. He's one of the few champions that can put Hex out, actually. So just having that is already insane. Hex is a really good buff to deal additional damage with. So you need Hex for things like Hydra. So Akentum becomes much more valuable there. He's also very good for Spider. So he's a good champ, but of course, like, you know, he's not going to be used forever. He's going to be power crept when you pull other things, but if you pull him relatively early, he's a good champ for sure. Single affinity. Let's kill this guy. So Furion has completely changed my account. Went from 10 mil damage on normal to 150 on hard. Wow, that's a big jump. But yeah, so Furion is a pretty insane. He's a pretty insane Hydra champion. Almost like too good. Like he brings like all that HP burn, detonation, and then he has even like a team revive. It's like, what? Why are you doing so much damage? Why are you doing so much damage, but then you're also like a team reviver? What? So really, really good champ. Okay, let's see here. Managing my second account here. So obviously you do tag team. Tag team's worth the most points for me. Points per energy, points per gems. So I do as much tag team as I can, and then obviously things like faction wars. I'm just lowering my tokens right now so I don't stay capped. So yeah, faction wars pretty good. Am I done my faction wars? I think I am. Okay, I'll do those two in a bit. What else we got here? We got Fire Knight. You guys want to see my Fire Knight team? Here, we'll do my Fire Knight team here. I need to do 3, so we'll do 3 singles first because I don't have enough energy to do the super raids. This is a 100% team, or it's pretty close to 100%. I'm pretty sure it can fail if I get like 3 resists or something against the boss, but that's pretty unlikely. So I would say it's pretty close to 100%. I use a void rare Hellhound. Yep. Oh, Fellhound. Yep. Start to find it made easy. Yeah, Fellhound has the reflect damage, and that's one of the spots where he's actually usable. If you use Fellhound for campaign farming, then you get a little bit extra use out of him, which is kind of nice, but he's not really used in a lot of spots. But yeah, he's definitely useful in Fire Knight for the reflect damage. You have a 5-star, so Furion Soul. Just need a champ. Yeah, you need the hard part. Let's see. Is it better to get a strong damage dealer or a strong support? In the beginning, a strong support can basically allow you to clear any content, it just takes a long time, right? So for example, if you won't be able to get a damage dealer that's strong enough to like one shot everything. So having a really good support gives you a chance to clear all content. It just takes time. So obviously in the beginning, I would say a stronger support makes the most sense. This run's actually a little bit slow. It took me a little bit longer to get through the middle wave, but it'd be a sub 2-minute run here. Hey, what's up, Fuse? Your channel has helped me a ton. Thanks for your helpful advice. Hey, man, no worries. Happy to help, to be honest. 2 minutes? Dang, man, it's not up to par here. We got 3x Savage going on, so unfortunately, like I said, no Dungeon Diver. If it had a Dungeon Diver, then you get some extra resources if you're spending so much energy in the Fire Knight, but there's no Dungeon Diver going on. And let's check out the calendar here real quick. So the calendar here, we're right here, right? Fire Knight, Sand Devil, and there's nothing going on until, like, we have Artifact Enhancement tomorrow. So I'm going to wait for tomorrow before I start upgrading my gear. I'm going to do a lot of crafts today. I did a bit of a gear cleanse yesterday, so I have lots of room. But I'm going to do a lot of crafts. I think I'm going to craft my lethal stuff. Hey, actually, while I have everybody's here, let me know what you guys do for crafting lethal gear. I know everyone has their own kind of strategy. And personally, I haven't changed my lethal strategy for a while, but I feel like, it's been so many months that I probably should change my lethal strategy. So let me know if you guys have anything special or if there's a more optimized or optimal way to craft lethal gear. Personally, I've been using like crit rate charms. Crit rate charms on the bottom pieces. So usually like glove, chest, boot. With crit rate. I'm not sure if that's ideal or optimal anymore, but yeah. Anyways, no Dungeon Divers for a couple days, and then you have the Deck of Fate. Deck of Fate's going to be pulling shards and training. I pray I can skip this. So far I haven't missed any points, but I pray I can skip that Deck of Fate. I have like no shards right now. Hello Nigeria, welcome man. For Fire Knight, at least 16, you can do it with 2 champs with multi-hit, 1 ally attack, and 2 control champs. Yeah, I think that's asking a lot of specific champs. Yeah, it's tough. In the beginning, actually, to be honest, when I started playing this game, I didn't focus really hard on doing Fire Knight. So Fire Knight was one of the last dungeons I spent time in. Like I basically just followed the missions for Fire Knight. I never committed a big energy into Fire Knight because getting a usable Savage set would have taken like tons of energy. So I basically just committed my energy like elsewhere, instead of like mid-tier Fire Knight, for example, until I got like a good roster to do it. But yeah, I was mostly farming like Dragon for like the first year of my raid life. Is it worth pushing Savage gear since the addition of lethal? No, it's not. Personally, in the last like year or something, I haven't really spent as much energy farming dungeons. So even when there's like 3x speed, 3x Savage, I don't really commit as much energy as I did in the past. Like in the past, I would like, every time there's like a 3x event, I would put like 30k energy or go pretty ham on those events. But now it's just like, I don't even bother anymore. Don't even bother like going too much, mainly because it's so hard for me to get like upgrades. But obviously it's dependent on your account, right? If you have a new account and you can do like hard 10 Dragon and there's a 3x speed event and you don't have that much speed, it's definitely worthwhile for you to jump in there. But for me, it's like, I'm just gonna save the energy. For most people anyways, Sand Devil and Shogun is more efficient use of energy because at least you're guaranteed an upgrade well, you're kind of guaranteed an upgrade. Whereas you can spend all that energy into dungeons and you're not guaranteed anything. But yeah, that's like my 2 cents. 2 cents there. Hold on, I'm doing something here. I'm looking for our man's. There he is. And boom. All right. Boom, boom, boom. Okay, here. Get the helper out. Dungeon Diver is so difficult now. Yeah, it is actually. It's you know, they're asking a lot, right? Those Dungeon Divers are super expensive now. I don't disagree. Yeah, you hope for double dungeon event, spend my energy, yeah. Let's see. I do crit rate, speed, crit damage, just really low on crit rate charms. Yeah, me too. Yeah, I think those are the top 3 charms that I prioritize for lethal gear as well. I just was thinking if there was another strategy. Should I use Savage for Nut? It depends on what team you want him in and how much damage you need that team to do. Because there's some teams that fall apart if your Nut does not basically max hit. Every time, so it depends, right? It depends. For me, I have 1 nut in lethal and 1 nut in relentless. So because I have 2, it's a little bit more room for error because 2 of them hitting for max 4 times is 120%. So I have basically like 20% of, you know, wiggle room. So one of the relentless one is not capped, but my savage one is capped. So my Fire Knight team was Rhonda, Crimson Slayer, Farrakhan, Maneater, and UDK. Nice. Yeah, Rhonda is very good for Fire Knight actually. The multi hits super strong. I've hit a complete block wall on Sylvan Watcher's Faction Wars 20. Galkabar is my only Lego in that faction, and I don't have Dythe. I don't die, but I don't do enough damage. Yeah, Dythe is the one that you want. He's the brings the AoE decreased defense, and he actually hits pretty good. You can try like Ruella. Ruella kind of good. Turn meter boost, maybe gives you some extra turns to kill the Cythalias. I'm not too sure what else Sylvan Watchers has. Maybe you can try stun sets. I know those. I'm sorry, Sylvan Watcher. You can try stun sets if you have stun sets. And if you have like AoE Sylvan Watchers. I don't know. I know those Cythalias are a little bit annoying. UDK was there just for survival, yeah. What blessing do you recommend for Nut? You got a 5-star. I think Reaper is pretty good for PvE. For Fire Knight hard, Phantom Touch might work. Phantom Touch seems to be like kind of like a generalist, generally good blessing for Nut. It's good against like bosses, good against Fire Knight. You could also use Brimstone if you use them a lot for like boss content. But yeah. There's a couple actually. You could use Reaper, Brimstone, Phantom Touch. You could even think about Crushing Rend. But Nut should, you know, if your Nut is low damaged, you could think about like Crushing Rend for more ignore defense damage. Where is the cap on Nut? Against Fire Knight, against hard 10 Fire Knight, it's like 490k. 581k. There you go. So you see my Nut is capping there, 581k. Yeah. Hey, I have 100 perception artifacts I can craft, but I run out of speed and accuracy. What do I do? You can wait. but you can also just use the rank and rarity on the perception, and then just let it just go with it without speed or accuracy sub charms. It's up to you. I mean, you could wait or not. Depends. It really depends on how active you are in the game. Using Ninja Godseeker for Sand Devil. Anyone know if there is leeway in speeds? There's pretty big leeway for Ninja. For Aniri, you need to take enough turns so you can heal with the regeneration gear that you have. So it needs to be relatively fast, but there is some leeway for sure. Soul Reap. Yeah, you use Soul Reap. Good. I wasn't out to lunch on that. Doesn't Nut usually cap on his damage anyways? Not always, right? Like that's my Savage one. He caps right away. This is I think the second one is my Relentless. Yeah, that was my Relentless one. I think he's capping right now. But I know my Relentless one won't cap if he doesn't get any help, I think. So I think right now he has the extra crit damage hit, so he's capping. There you go. Pulled 3 prisms yesterday, got Nishak and second nut. Congrats. That's really nice, actually. Your Lanathro is built for damage. I've started to build him and he hit pretty hard. Yes, he's built for damage. He's not like in particularly strong gear or anything like that. Like, I'm not looking for like world record Fire Knight times. I'm just looking to build him out just for their one roll. Like, I don't use Lanathro anywhere, so I don't want to put like super good gear on him. And my Mikagi is basically in an arena build, and my Kaimar is in a build that works for basically every team I put him in. Like, I only have one Kaimar, so I have to like build him in a way that works for all my teams, and yeah, works pretty good. I don't like swapping gear around if I can help it. Hey, Inferno, what's up, man? Good morning. About dungeons, how do you choose what level to farm? I ask because for Fire Knight, it takes me 7 minutes to do 25, 4 minutes to do 23. I don't know how to prioritize timing better gear. So first of all, I wouldn't do dungeon 25 unless you're worried about CVC. 25 for CVC gives you more points than the other levels outside of hard, right? Hard would be the highest points. But if you're doing normal dungeons, I wouldn't do 25 unless you're doing CVC or you care about CVC. I would do level 24. 24 actually gives you more quantity of quality gear. So it gives you more of quality gear. You get more 6-star epic pieces. 25 gives you a very, very small boost in 6-star legendary pieces. So I wouldn't do 25 unless you're like, you have no worries about energy. So basically if you're unlimited energy or if you worry about CVC. So that's my my best advice. Also, doing 24 will give you more silver than doing 25 because you get more higher rarity items. You get to sell them for more value, so you get more silver doing level 24 as opposed to 25. Yeah, hopefully that 24 is faster, hopefully, for you. But a lot of times people do 25 because of affinity and stuff, so it doesn't work for everybody. Yeah, I mean, and also if you're taking that long to do dungeons, you should probably only do dungeons when you're sleeping or something like that. So you can do it overnight, for example. Let's see. I'd like to get Lanathro at some point. I have a 5-star soul waiting for him. Oh, nice. Yeah, I mean, my Lathro doesn't even have a 1-star, so. Yeah, you can do 20 as well. Yep. 20 as well works. You excited for Taras or Inferno? Hey, Alex, how are you? Welcome. Huge nuts. Yeah, no worries. No worries, Tima. Best of luck. Yeah. So I think, yeah, probably not going to pull for Marichka, and unfortunately, I'm going to just hold my Void Shards until something happens. Big regrets missing out on Narcissus. If I had Narcissus, my arena offense, classic offense, would be a lot easier, but right now it's not. Don't have them, so bit of a pain. And now people have them, so now my Taras is not as good as it was, but it is what it is. You're patiently waiting. Good luck, good luck. Is there a legendary version of Deacon Armstrong? Is there anyone out there that does turn meter manipulation and decrease defense? Decrease defense. Turn meter manipulation. I can't think of one off the top of my head, but it sounds like it's possible. Sounds like it's possible. Probably need to look up on Hell Hades' site here. You can probably look it up on Hell Hades' site. Let's see. I'll do it. So Hell Hades site here. What are we looking for? We're looking for buffs and debuffs. Where's buffs and debuffs? There's just so much stuff going on. Can't find anything. Okay, decrease defense. Okay, turn meter manipulator. Any of these guys? I mean, Tomb Lord does have AoE decrease defense, and then he can push back turn meter too, but not like Deacon though. Well, that's it. There's not really too much. Yeah, not really too much. AoE decrease defense champions. I'm not even sure what Gomlock does. What does Gomlock do? What does he do? Single target leech, single target steel buffs, AoE, decreased defense. Here we go. First hit on each target has a 100% chance of decreasing the turn meter by 10%. Second hit has a chance to place weaken. There you go. Gomlock. There you go. Gomlock. Razin, yeah, Razin actually does, yeah. 6 turn cooldown on the AoE. Do you recommend performing Sand Devil attack during the early to mid game? Prism seems quite tempting. I wouldn't, because you're not getting a lot of value from Sand Devil, especially if you're early or mid game. If you're spending a lot of energy in Sand Devil, you're not getting gear, you're not getting silver, because you're not getting gear to sell. So there's a big opportunity cost doing Sand Devil and Shogun when you're early. You don't want to commit a lot of energy into those dungeons, because first of all, you don't have good gear in your earlier mid game. So what are you using the powder and dust and oil on, right? So you're not getting a lot of value there. You're also not getting gear, which can be sold for silver, so you're not getting any silver there as well. And for you to get that prism reward in that Sand Devil tournament, it's going to take you a much higher energy cost to get it. So I would definitely not recommend, unless money is no object and you just want to spend some money, I guess. If that's the case, if you just want to spend money, you might as well just buy prism crystals from the shop for $750 each, right? But I wouldn't recommend doing Sand Devil for early game. Not for any kind of large amounts of energy. No. Thought the personal rewards were going to be a challenge. We just pulled a Furion and Mishinaki with 2 YOLO ancient shards. Are you kidding me? That's freaking insane, man. 2 ancient shards and you got like 2 top tier legendaries. That's freaking insane. That doesn't make any damn sense. Congrats, man. I played Raid for a year and a half. Been one keying Ultra Nightmare for 8 months. No Void Lego ever. You know, like, hard to say, right? Some people say like they don't pull a Lego for like 2 years or something, and then you look at their account and you know it's barely played. So you know it's hard to comment on you know your luck, because you're guaranteed a Lego after 200 void shards. So that means in a year and a half you haven't acquired 200 void shards. That's what it means to me. And if you've been playing the game full time, you should get about 20 void shards a month doing Ultra Nightmare clan boss. So you're almost guaranteed a void Lego once a year, right? Just based on the amount of void shards you get. What's your average playtime per day? I'd say at least 3 hours a day. At least. It's kind of like sporadic sometimes. Spread out throughout the day. If I were to play like the bare minimum, I would play maybe like 90 minutes. I could get my dailies done and then call it a day after like 90 minutes. But yeah, I would say at least 3 hours a day. You have Torment and I want to do him with damage and try to counter some things. For example, in Live Arena I have to ban him because I have a lot of benefits. Do you think he can work? I have a Torment myself, and I built him out in damage. He's actually really good, but you have to use him in the right spots because his ability doesn't do anything against Stone Skin, right? So you have to use him in the right spots, mainly against Arbiter teams. But yeah, in damage I would recommend. I do have him in damage, and I have another Torment on my other account, and I use him in like a stun set, which is really good for CC, but I like him in damage. He can slowly chip away some teams. He doesn't do like insane amounts of damage, but he does okay. The daily quest to ascend gear should be level 100. Alts keep ascending gear. I would never ascend normally just to get the quest. Yeah, I think yeah, I don't like that. I think instead of ascending a piece of gear, it should be like maybe like get 20 oil or something. You know what I mean? Like just a little bit of oil. Make them get a little bit of oil and then just call it a day, right? Because forcing them to ascend a piece of gear that they might not want to can be expensive. And people have different ability of farming Sand Devil, right? So I don't know. I don't like the Hydra quest. Like if you get the daily Hydra quest, use a Hydra key or whatever, that's really bad. Like for some people, like that could be hours. You know what I mean? That's hours of doing stuff. If you're serious about Hydra, it's an hour of doing stuff. I'd say doing enough Sand Devil stages to 7. Yeah, 7 makes sense. Yeah, you don't want to put too much effort into it, especially if you're early or mid game, just because like the energy spent there is just not going to yield too much returns. So I'd be extra cautious about spending energy in Sand Devil. Took me 3 years for my first Lego. Took me 3 years to get the Ultra Nightmare Clan Boss. Damn, man. Damn, that's a long time. Needed some needed a Discord or a clan to help you out. That's a long time. Who's your most wanted champion? You know, I would love like Siegfried, for example. Siegfried's a mythical champion. I would love Siegfried. You know, I would love Marichka. Marichka is probably my most wanted Void legendary. Maybe Yumiko, but the thing is, I have Warlord. But I'm not saying that Warlord is the same as Yumiko. Yumiko is obviously better, but if I had to choose one legendary only, it's probably going to be Marichka. If I had to choose one mythical champion, might be Siegfried, to be honest. Might be Siegfried. But obviously Crixia is very, very good. Crixia, this lady here. But yeah, I don't know. Well, don't have super high hopes for mythic champions, but we can always dream. What do you think of Cronam? I think you're talking about Cronam. Cronam's good for I think he's really good for Ice Golem. I don't have him myself, so I never really play tested him, but I've seen him in action against Ice Golem and he seems to perform very good there. Yeah, other than that, I don't see him played in too many places. Attempted Fire Knight hard for the first time, first try. Hopefully you can, hopefully you beat it. Let's see. Pulling prisms to get Makage epics. Yeah, good luck, man. Makage is awesome, so definitely worth trying, especially the epics. I mean, you know, the prism shard, you're guaranteed an epic, right? So, you know, you have a couple chances to get the epics. It's pretty nice. How's your experience been with Armans? He's been a pretty good game changer for me in Arena. Let me show you guys. There's my experience with Armans. I haven't played with him at all, actually. I played against him a couple times. Super frustrating champion. He should probably be nerfed, but I think in the grand scheme of things, he's probably good for non-spenders, like because he's a tool that can be used against big spenders and used very effectively, right? He's too strong. Like it's not rocket scientist. You don't have to. It's not rocket science to tell you that he is too strong, right? They needed to nerf him before he was released, and you know, it is what it is. Like I said, he's good because he's accessible to whoever got him, right? He's a fusion. Everybody that went for him got him, and it's good because he gives you a very strong tool against, you know, other accounts that are stronger than yours. But as a single champion, I think he's a little bit too strong. He doesn't have enough negatives in his kit. Like, for example, this passive, it shouldn't need to exist. This passive should not need to exist. When he sheeps somebody and that sheep turns back into the champion, why do you need to lock them out? Like, why do you need to lock them out? It doesn't make any sense. Like, they're already crippled. They're already crippled by your CC. You don't need to CC them and then lock them out. And then this move, the turn meter stuff, it's just too much, man. Like, cap this turn meter or give it a chance to steal turn meter or steal 10% of turn meter per target. But why are you stealing all turn meter and then you have no cap on himself, so he instantly gets a turn, right? And it's a 3-turn cooldown. Make it like a 4-turn cooldown. And then this move is just ridiculous. It should be a hit, so then he can weak hit, right? Make it a hit so he can weak hit. Make it a hit so UDK can still work and counter him. But as it stands, he can, you know, as it stands, he is uncounterable with this sheep. And on top of that, he has a 100% chance to full strip your team. It makes no sense, man. This guy makes no sense. He's too strong. He's too strong. Yeah, and not even just talking about arena. He's just too strong, like in general. You've seen him work against some of the bosses. It's just like a joke. He makes like bosses like a joke. So I don't know what Player's thinking. Maybe they have crazier things lined up for us. That's kind of what I'm thinking. They probably have crazier things lined up. But yeah, we will see. Okay, let's see what's up. Let's see what's chat's going on here. Sorry, guys. 4 years in a game and you're stuck with Valkyrie and Nightmare. Only do 20k damage by key Ultra Nightmare. I'm pretty sure you could probably do Ultra Nightmare. You just need some help. That's about it, right? You need find a good clan, find a good Discord, find somebody to give you some advice. Like 4 years in this game, even just, you're bound to find something. Me and my account made 4 years ago, barely 2 key Nightmare not active. Yeah, it also depends on your activity too, right? Kingdom's crystals can be good for a free pull if you have energy to spare without going broke. There are good champs in the pool. Yeah, the pool is generally good. It's a solid pool. And even the epics can be useful because, like I said, they're Mikage epics. Warlord better for PvP or just preference? Yumiko is better for... Yumiko has more uses because obviously you have Yumiko used in Hydras, broken Hydra teams. Yumiko is better sometimes because Warlord needs to be in Stone Skin for Arena. Because if Warlord is not in Stone Skin, you run into Taras's passive, which fears him, and then he's 50-50 to miss, right? So my Warlord's in Stone Skin. And Taras is like the main arena DPS that you have to face in Platinum, usually. So he has a passive that fears Warlord. So Warlord needs to be in Stone Skin, which makes him slower. So Yumiko can be built faster, which has been important, right? But Warlord has the turn meter drop on his lockout. The turn meter drop here, which is really, really good. But yeah, Yumiko will outlast Warlord in game game value, I think, just because mythicals make Warlord basically do nothing. But Yumiko at least has the reset, and like I said, Yumiko does have use in PvE right now. But yeah, I would prefer Yumiko, I think, over Warlord. Free to play, how long do you reckon till you get mythical from a shard? Long time, man. There's no guarantee I'll like, if you look at my mercy counter, I pulled 35 primal shards so far and I've gotten nothing. So yeah, it's gonna be a while. The mercy is 200. It starts at 200. It's gonna be a while. The question asking about Seven Watches stage 21, I finished it with Tree Shield in the lead. Daithy. Yeah, Creodin's really good for wave control. Yeah, he doesn't have Daithy, unfortunately, for damage. You mentioned that Seer is S tier even without reset champions to support her. Can you show her, please, in the mid-game setup, please? Like, pair with some average epics and Legos. Unfortunately, Seer does require some good gear to do what she needs to do, which is do the big damage. Providing the buffs for her is not that difficult. You don't need a particularly you don't need a particular set team to provide buffs for her, right? For example, like you could bring like Mausoleum Mage, for example, and Mausoleum Mage can give Seer buffs. But this is my Seer that I use for like basically everything. I mean, I don't really care about my Seer. Like I have her at 3-star, like people like her at 6-star, and I don't really care. She just gets the job done. I don't like to over-invest, but she still needs good gear. She still needs good gear to deal damage, like 100% crit rate, good crit damage, ideally in a savage set or lethal set. And without that, it's going to be hard for her to kill waves, right? What's up, Bradley? Great being able to make one of your lives. Yeah, welcome, man. I've been waiting to ask you on your thoughts on Enithwe. I pulled him this week. I've been using Leo. Enithwe is going to be less good as a generalist. Leo's very good as a generalist. He's very good against PvE wave content as well as arena. Enithwe is going to be an arena specialist that you're going to bring against Wukong or Rotos. That's about it. I wouldn't put your best gear on Enithwe. Put your best gear on Leo. Would you book him this CVC? Yes, I'll book Arman's this CVC. I wanted to make a video on Arman's without any books. I think he's very viable. The only thing that's very important for this one is obviously the cooldowns on the sheep. Debuff chance. But the debuff chance is for the strip. The sheep always happens. So you're booking him for a 2-turn cooldown and you're booking him for a 1-turn cooldown here. But without books, he's actually going to be very good because how many arena fights do you use more than one sheep? And even as a 4-turn, this move is still incredibly strong. So I think yeah, I want to do a video on him with no books just to make sure that people realize that, hey, if you have somebody else to book in before him, then you can let him chill for a bit. You're running at a 303 speed, 500 accuracy. Hope it's enough for 3v3 and Doom Tower hard. Yeah, those stats are great for. Yeah, if those are Warlord stats, those stats are great for any PvE content. My ult, I fought an Arman's and S2 tag team. The guy had no damage but stalled me out for 4 minutes when Cora and Arman's. Yeah, yeah. Arman's is super annoying. So. He's OP, man. He's just OP. 6-star turbo. Oh, Arman's 1-star soul. Nice. Okay. Let's see what we got going on here. 1 minute on this. Oh. What's up? Damn, it's Nolo. What's up, man? You pulled 3.5 years for your play, and I have 73 Legos, including voids, and a Jin 1. Nice. I have no idea how many Legos I have. Oh my god. Look at Sigfried. Look at Sigfried there. He almost, like, just a ridiculously strong champion. If it wasn't for Taras being equally ridiculously strong, you would have just got one shot, just like my whole team. Speaking of Armans, I'm free to play and just got him. Have made a huge impact for me. Took me from gold 5 to like arena, just dominate normal. Doom Tower, yeah. He trivializes wave-based content for PvE, and he's going to be a huge boost for anybody in arena. It's just, yeah, he's overpowered, to be honest. But I pulled 20 Sacred Shards, got 10 Corpse Collectors, 10 random OK Voids. Did 1 Ancient, got Claudna. Is she good? No, I don't think so. I don't think she's good. I think she's kind of like mid-tier average support. But she is part of Sylvan Faction Wars, so maybe she can help you there if you're still working through Sylvan Faction Wars. You pulled 2 Furos and their passives seem to stack. Should they? I'm not sure if they do stack, but congrats, because Furo's insane. You can make like 2 insane Hydra teams with 2 Furos. I think I would do that instead. Why would you want Arman's nerfed? He helps me a lot as a new player to clear some dungeons. I'm not saying I want him nerfed. You don't misunderstand. I'm not saying I want him nerfed. I'm saying that he actually helps anybody that is not a big spender because it helps you catch up against big spenders. I'm saying he should be nerfed because he is too strong. And that's the way the game should be balanced around. It should be balanced around the champion and what it can actually do, not whether it actually helps people. But nothing's going to happen. They're not going to nerf this champion now. They might nerf him in a year because he's limiting game design or something, but I don't think anything's going to happen to him. And they're definitely not going to do anything because I said something. So don't worry. I'm in the same boat. He's going to help me out too, but I don't like the way, I don't like how strong he is, because he's a little bit too strong. How do you build Skull Crusher? You build him with high HP, high defense. And I mean, it really depends. Like if you're using him for clan boss, then you need him at a specific speed to take advantage of the his ally protection counterattack. You've been playing a few months, so I'm learning a lot from watching. Oh, great. Glad you're here then. Stuck on the Frostbiter on Doom Tower. I have 0 HP burn champion except for Jolton. Reluctant to build him. Just looking for a second option. I wouldn't build Jolton, man. I mean, you're building Jolton for like literally like 1 minute, well, like, you know, like 2 minutes in a month. Jolton's just garbage. Do you have Drexar? Wait for Drexar. That guy's a god against Doom Tower. My dream is to pull Seer. Can't wait to crush waves. Yeah, Seer was a she was a guarantee at some point, right? Pretty sure she was a guarantee at some point. But yeah, she's you know, still used after all these years. A lot of flack for her because she's a void epic, a little bit too strong, used too often, etc., etc. Armand is good without books. I've been running him for the past 2 days and he works. Yeah, I think so. I think he's going to be very good without books. I can't sheep every time I try to sheep Sifi and it ended my turn. I stripped her but no sheep. It's kind of weird. You can't sheep? It says unblockable. It says it's 100% chance to sheep. And it says it cannot be blocked. Not too sure. Maybe we missed something there. Yeah, maybe we missed something there. I guess it can be resisted actually. So you would see the words resisted. So it can be resisted. Just booked my Armands to CVC. Plan to use him and Suzanne in LA. Nice. Yeah, if he gets to go first, then you probably got the game in the bag. Has Mithrala lost so much value? I noticed she's not in your tag team arena teams. Well, Mithrala is actually in my defense teams. He's in my defense teams, but not my offense teams. Mainly because I don't have any spots for her, but she's good. She's in my, like I said, my defense team. But yeah, you don't really use her too often. Like in live arena, I don't really use her. Yeah, I got 87 void shards here. Pop these from Merchka. Oh man, don't let me do it. Oh man, don't let me do it. What's this? I don't particularly need anybody here. Extra Harima would be nice, just for faction guardians. That's about it, I think. Kaimar. Extra Kaimar, I don't have a lot of uses right now, but what's this? Force, magic, weapon. Alright. First 8. Junk 2. Let's see here. Of course, the moment I quit, they released Armands, Narcissus, Fusions. Narcissus was a guarantee, but yeah, Armands is a fusion. Probably the best fusion of all time. I mean, what do you guys think? Nut or Armands, best fusion of all time? And you know what? For what he is, Armands is actually wasn't extremely difficult fusion to do. He wasn't an extremely difficult fusion to do, to be honest. Who would you rather get, Marichka or King Narcissus? For me, Marichka. Yeah, Marichka. Because Terrace Marichka is still stronger than Ancora Narcissus, but Narcissus is very strong too. You got Taras? Nice, grats. Guarantee voids are a joke. Always pop after 2x. Almost always pop after 2x. Player's very good at their job, yeah. Armans will bring back the speed meta? Yeah, I think so. How much speed for your DPS in Sand Devil 250 will work? I got near 258. Don't know how much speed for the DPS. Start at like 225. 220, 225, and then go up from there. Your DPS don't need to be very fast for Sand Devil. They just need to be tanky enough to not die at the wrong time. That's basically it. Or you need them to die at the right time. That's basically it. Yeah. Who is stronger for live arena, Yumiko or Armans? Ooh, that's a tough one. I think Armans is probably stronger. Like, to be honest, if my ban choices was Armans or Yumiko, I would probably ban Armans like 9 out of 10 times. Because Yumiko, her lockout is only 2 turns. So sometimes you can come out of it. And of course, like some champions they work perfectly fine without while being locked out. So took me 3 years to complete Ultra Nightmare. What teams did you use by that 3 years? I mean, my first clan boss team, like, you know, basically used Frozen Banshee for damage, right? It's, you know, I'm pretty sure most people have like a similar story. They use a poisoner for damage. And then I made it into Ultra Nightmare with a counterattack team. So I pulled Skull Crusher, and then I used a counterattack team. Like I was doing 3 or 4 key Ultra Nightmare. And then after that, you know, some affinities would give me a chance to 2 key. And then eventually I pulled a Valkyrie. Which is a better version of, you know, it's a better counterattack champion than Skull Crusher. So with Valkyrie, I was able to 1 key Ultra Nightmare. And then once I got Lydia, I was able to do like 300 million damage against the Ultra Nightmare clan boss. So after that, it was basically you know, clan boss was basically done, right, at that point. But it took me about a year, and then I was able to 1 key Ultra Nightmare clan boss. And then I switched to this team. I switched to like this team with the Mytha, mainly because she frees up a bunch of champions like Valkyrie, Lydia, like the legendaries that I wanted to use in other areas. So using these epics is no problem. It's such a friendly, you know, friendly team for champs. I think the Mythfu team. You got in trouble with silver. I get a piece of gear and I level it. Good gear, but it seems I don't keep a lot of silver because of my rolling gear. You know, I have a video on what I do for silver. Alright, I have a video on what I do for silver. It's basically like the way I see it is that I don't really energy cap myself, so I'm always using up my energy pretty much every day. And then every day, if you just basically use that free energy and just throw it in a random dungeon, you're getting roughly like 1 million silver a day. So I think that that contributes to some of my silver gains relative to some people, because some people, they just you know, they just leave their energy capped and just keep stacking energy, but then you don't realize that you're losing your free energy. So for me, like, I'm gaining like an extra 1 million silver over that, over someone that just leaves their energy cap. So that's one of the big things. The other thing is, obviously I don't swap my gear around too often. So that's a big thing. If you look at my gear in general, most of my gear is level 12 or 16. So I'm spending my silver like, sometimes I'm just 16ing gear just to complete events because yeah, I can't get enough points from the gear that I have to level. I don't have enough gear to level. So like you see I have some pieces here, but honestly it's like a handful. And those will be 12 or 16 pretty soon, right? So I don't know exactly how, like, there's no like magic trick, you know what I mean? I just play a lot, grind a lot. Do your gear cleanse, like every gear cleanse you should be making like 20 30 million. Just pull a second nut, sadly not enough books to make them work, and put them in my FK10 Sand Devil 25. Hey, I mean, you got the champion, that's the hard part. I guess I could say cannot be resisted instead of blocked. Yeah, it can be resisted, so Armans can be resisted for sure. Usually skip all void events, but specific void event I want. I would have went for King, but they have progressive Yumiko just before. Yeah, that's that sounds like exactly my issue. Like I basically fell into that trap where I went for Yumiko, and I couldn't get. I used my voice on Yumiko, and then that cost me Narcissus. So that's what happened to me. Damn, what the heck? Okay, come on, RSL helper, you can do it. Is it not working? Not forging. You guys have this issue here? The auto forge doesn't work. Anybody? What are the speeds on your UNM team? Maybe I can bring it up. I don't like that you can't bring it up. 2 hours? No, it's too long. Sorry, man. I have to bring it up. It'll be easier to see if it's just like a full thing, but let's see here. What speeds do you build nut for Fire Knight Hard? So for Fire Knight Hard, oh wait, hold on. Somebody asked about the clan boss team. Here you go, clan boss team. Sorry, we're in Fire Knight, so we have a little bit of a bonus here. They should show it without bonus. The speeds are not correct because in Fire Knight I have plus 12 speed bonus, so it should be 12 speed less for my clan boss team. So I'll just quickly run it over here. Yeah, so that's the speed for a clan boss team, minus 12 speed. Okay, guys. Okay, so for Fire Knight, you need the way this one works is the Kymar resets the first ally attack against the boss, and then the first ally attack brings down the turn meter of the boss, so the boss never gets a turn. So the key part is having your first ally attack champion be at least 393 speed. Like, I feel that's what I calculated. And then your slowest champion needs to be 250 speed or more. So my slowest champion is Kymar, 284. And then my two nuts are 287 and 286. So, but you can definitely build like the two nuts like as slow as 251 speed, and then have Kymar at 250 speed. But your first ally attack needs to be 393 speed with the Kymar. So The main reason is because the Fire Knight is 250 speed, so you want to make sure you get a turn before the Fire Knight gets a turn. Armans can weak hit, be countered by Stone Skin, be countered by Cleanser, has to deal with block debuffs. Yumiko can't. I originally thought Armans was stronger. Now I don't think so. I know. Like people said, like, oh, Armans can be countered by Tormin, countered by Sheep, but you know, in general practice, I've had insane difficulty dealing with enemy Armans. Basically, if he gets a turn, the fight is over. That's pretty much it. If he gets a turn, the fight is basically over. Because when he sheeps your guy comes back with max cooldown, right? Your guy's done. He's locked out. And even if he gets sheeped and neutralized himself, he's super fast, right? He's already super fast, and he already has a speed aura, so he's going to be outpacing your team already. He'll be back to his turns pretty damn fast. So as soon as you get a turn back again, like, I don't know. I think, yeah, if he gets a turn, your chances of winning diminish significantly. Yumiko, if he locks you out, I think you can survive. You can still win, right? But yeah, I think Armans, if he gets a turn, I think it's 9 out of 10 times it's probably over. Do you do Centranos? What's your take on the content? The first month of Centranos, I went pretty hard. The most levels I completed was 93, so 93 out of 101. That was me trying like relatively hard. I got stuck at a stage where it's basically impossible to do, so I didn't bother. I stopped doing it. And then there's one stage where I basically spent like 50 million silver, like swapping pieces of gear around, trying new builds to try to beat the stage. Building champions and all that stuff. And then I realized, why the hell am I spending this amount of resources and time to finish this one stage only to get stuck in the next stage and then do it all over again? So for me, it makes no sense to do it. You get Carnage a couple months earlier. Who cares, right? I don't know. I don't care, to be honest. It is what it is. After that first month, I basically just kind of do whatever just for free, like easy stuff. If I have to like build one champion, like I'll do that for like a training event. If I have to like gear one champion to finish, like a stage, then I'll do that. But I'm not going to go super crazy with like spending silver and spending time to do it. It's basically a time thing too. I just don't have time to do it. So pop those void shards for content. No, I don't like that. I can't, unfortunately. Like, spenders, they can just buy shards and that's content for them. But for me, like, I'm free to play. I don't spend money in the game, so I can't just pop shards just for some clicks and then buy more shards for more clicks. It doesn't work for me. What's your big RSL hot take? Not too sure. I mean, I don't have like any insane hot takes or theories about the game. I'm a pretty like reasonable person. Like I would say I'm pretty reasonable, like logical person. So I don't believe in like cooked up rates, and some people believe in like the rates being crooked and being cooked up. I don't believe that. I think that's a pretty big no-no, like legally. But hot take? I'm not too sure. What do you guys think? You guys got any hot takes? Let me know. Recently got back in the game. stopped for a year almost. During that time, only did my dailies. My goal is to go back to not being Kappa energy. How would you use 65k energy? Oh crap, a lot of energy. Yeah, depending on your gear, right? Like you could use that depending how you're actually resource management. You could use that towards the next fusion. You could use that during one of these, you know, boosted gear events. So right now we have, for example, right now we have 3x Savage. We have 3x Savage. So I mean, that's a pretty good event to spend some energy on. You're gonna get a boatload of silver, right, from doing this. But you're probably not gonna get too much good gear from doing this. That's gonna be a problem, right? Personally, if I had that energy, I'd probably do some masteries on some champions. So if you have some champions that need masteries, you would do that. Hey, what's up, Adrian? Welcome. Just worked for you a few seconds ago. Okay, let me try again then. Try again after this stuff. Never try Auto Forge. Sadly, Auto Forge is great. You can just put it on, do something else, and come back. Rarely works for you. Oh wow. Clan boss keys from CVC. Yeah, that's right. I forgot about that. It's not working. Even auto battle. Auto battle works for me. I have to re-download the whole thing. Yeah, it's been buggy since the last update. Yeah. Can you advise on stats? Sorry, where am I? Oh wow, I'm really behind on chat. Sorry guys. Can you advise on stat minimums on traditional teams, particularly defense and HP? My one key nightmare is being crushed in 12-14 turns in Ultra Nightmare. So make sure you bring the appropriate debuffs for Ultra Nightmare. You have to bring decreased attack. So that's the big thing. Decreased attack is a must. Bring increased defense for your team. If you have strengthen, bring that. If you have ally protection, bring that. That's a big one. Ally protection is big. In terms of what stats you need, you want to prioritize HP, and then prioritize defense on your stun target. So the clan boss hits max HP hit on his stun turn. So you want to prioritize defense on your stun target if you have a stun target. But you need a decent HP pool to survive the AoEs, right? So generally, like, you could probably build like at least 40k HP on most champions, and then generally the defense threshold. If you have increased defense, the whole time without dropping off, without taking a hit, without increased defense, your defense only needs to be around like 2700 or something. Like obviously defense-based nuker, you add more defense for more damage, but your defense only needs to be around 2700 for champions that don't get hit by the stun. Obviously you want more defense on the stun target so he takes less damage, right? But if you don't have increased defense, you're looking for about 4000 defense on your whole team. And yeah, your stun target probably should have 4000 defense at least. Do you have your auto sell file available anywhere for others to use? I use a sell file made by Panda. Panda is part of the cluster that I'm in. Very high ranked, crazy player, but he made a sell file that was super aggressive, and then he just recently made like a mid-tier version of it, which is a lot more friendlier in terms of how friendly it is for gear. So I just use that one. I don't really do anything too special in terms of like changing any requirements or anything. If you need a file, you can hop over to the FARP stuff Discord, and they have a channel for the cell files, and I think the one that I use is there right now. It should be the latest one. Hey, good morning, David. How are you? You already have a video on crafting strategies. I haven't really dug into it, like some tips. I do have one on crafting strategies recently. I made a video on the forge. It's not too specific, but I did go into every set. So I touched upon every set and what I would do. If you're looking for something super specific, it might not be in there, but I think it's a pretty good general guide. It's on my channel right now. What's up, Jazkin? Welcome. Casual 393 speed. Yeah, I know. I'm sorry, guys. I mean, it's Fahrenheit Hard 10, right? It's the hardest. It's the highest level of one of the hardest dungeons. Also, I get some bonuses from Live Arena, right? So, where's my Fahrenheit? Yeah, so Fahrenheit I get some bonuses. So, plus 20 speed. That, that's helpful, right? Plus 20 speed. Sorry, it's plus 20 speed, not plus 12 speed. For some reason, I was thinking it's only plus 12 speed, but it's plus 20 speed. Painkeeper is more useful than Cold Heart in the end game. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I still use both of them. Actually, in a lot of my teams, so. I would say they're both pretty useful. Nothing here. I'm gonna wait to roll up gear tomorrow. 18 hours for the event. You were doing 3-star equipment event. And this end, I will go for masteries for all my champs that aren't yet. Yeah, I think that's a good idea because masteries is like, it gives you something that you always have, right? Like the permanence. Permanence is always good. That means you're like building your account and something is staying on your account. I have 1 prism summon. Should I use it now or wait for Deck of Fate? Personally, I'm waiting, but I don't think it's going to be part of the Deck of Fate. So, I mean, you guys can, read this as well, but it just says collect fate runes by summoning. It's kind of hard to tell, right? It's hard to tell. Do you guys think it's just shards only? I think it's just shards only, but maybe it's chase. Maybe it's chase. If it's chase, then that's good. Good for everybody. What dungeon stages do you think you get viable gear in mid game? You would definitely want a stage where you can do get 6-star gear. So that's the first step. So you want to do a stage where you can do 6-star gear. The first stage where that happens is stage 13. So you want to do at least stage 13, and preferably as high as you can. So after stage 13, you want to do stage 20, which is the first stage where you're guaranteed a 5-star piece of gear. After that, I would recommend doing stage 24 because, like I said earlier in the stream, stage 24 gives you more quality gear as opposed to stage 25. So you're getting more 6-star epics than here. You gain more silver doing stage 24. You only do stage 25 for CVC or affinity issues. After that, any stage in hard mode is better than any stage in normal mode for gear quality. And then hard mode actually, the odds of getting good gear just increases normally. Not like how 24 and 25 is kind of weird. 24 is better than 25. It's some weird math happening here. But yeah. What's up, Ario? What's up, man? Welcome. Hey, Chris, how are you? Let's see. Any tips what to do after I can 1-key Ultra Nightmare? I feel stuck. Where I need to farm to advance my end game? Are you doing hard Doom Tower? Because most of your gear comes from hard Doom Tower farming. So climb Doom Tower as high as you can. Farm the necessary bosses because the best gear comes from Doom Tower or Forge sets or Centranos. Yeah, the best gear doesn't come from dungeons. Do you have Discord account? I like your help on selection champions for my Nightmare Clan boss. I do have Discord. It's in my description. I recently just revived it. So I had a Discord account for a couple years, but it's been dead for a while. I just recently, this weekend, or a couple days before the weekend, brought it back to life, fixed it up a little bit. If you guys want a link to my Discord account, just check my description profile for under the video. You'll find my Discord link. So if you guys are interested, check it out. It's pretty new, but I think it's off the ground, so things are working. 99% it won't count for Deca Fate. Yeah, I think it won't. So if you need like CVC points, you know, you're probably okay to pull the Prism stuff now. But for me, like, I'm not gonna need the CVC points, so I'm gonna wait it out for the polls. 6,300 points is crazy for Plarium. It is crazy, but people will go crazy during CVC, so at least they get something out of it. And if you're not going crazy for CVC, then, you know, it's not a big deal. It won't affect you. Panda's self-out is great. Help me get rid of gear that isn't worth keeping. Yeah, for sure. Yeah. New player. Hey Leo, what's up, man? Playing for 5 days. Any one good tip you can bless me with? Welcome, man. Welcome to Raid. Let's see. Some people here are already helping you get your starter to 60. That's a good idea. Farm Dragon 13. That's a good idea. Dragon is going to be the first dungeon you want to tackle and go as high as you want, high as you can, because Dragon is the easiest one to beat. Hopefully you started with Elhain or Kale. Both of those are good, the better starter champions. The other one's not so much. The best one is probably Kale, because Kale can do a lot more damage against the Fire Knight. Sorry, not Fire Knight, against the Dragon and Clan Boss. So he's definitely helpful for the first couple stages of Dragon and Clan Boss. Your secondary focus will be to build your second 60. So you want to focus on building a team of 60s, and then after you build your team of 60s, while you're building your team of 60s, you want to focus a bit on your clan boss. So your clan boss is where you're going to get resources to basically play this game without spending money. Without good clan boss progression, it's going to be difficult to do a lot of things in this game. But in order to do clan boss, you need champions, you need gear, and gear is going to come from Dragon, most likely. Are you going to open void shards from Marishka or Taras? I think I decided I won't. But, you know, you got to have strong will to hold back. When is the best time to sell all 5-star gear, then start collecting 6-star? I mean, you should be, you'll realize when you have outgrown 5-star gear. I would say after Lydia, after doing Lydia, you probably need to reevaluate more seriously what gear you keep, because after you have your faction wars completed, you don't really need to keep around like subpar gear anymore. Of course, you need to gear up your faction war teams, so you need, you know, you don't want to sell off everything before doing that, so make sure you gear up your faction war teams first. But yeah, you'll know when you have outgrown 5-star gear. Personally, I don't have too much 5-star gear left, but I still have some pieces, mainly if they roll well in sets I don't have too much of. Then I'll hold on to it, but usually I don't use 5-star gear that often. Thanks, Randy. Appreciate that. All the cool kids are in Discord. What do you farm in Doom Tower when it's not Dark Fae? That's a good question. For this rotation, I'm farming. Usually I farm like I think this rotation I usually farm Plague Dragon or the Provoke Dragon, Magma Dragon. Sorry, Magma Dragon, or Scarab. Basically the two piece sets. Because you don't need too many good pieces to make those sets work, and then sometimes you can squeeze in those sets with some builds. So I usually do that. For the Eternal Dragon rotation, I usually do Guardian with Griffin, but lately Guardian's not been super great. And I have tons of Guardian materials. But not recently. I used it all up, but yeah, so usually I farm Guardian, and then sometimes I do Bloodthirst too, these two, but honestly it's all about lethal. Anything else, it doesn't really matter. Yeah, let's see here. Okay, let's see if this works now. Okay, so going in here. Yeah, it doesn't work. Oh man, that sucks. Alright. Alright, we gotta do the old-fashioned way then. Saw your Twitch and Reddit, but not your Discord. Maybe it's I just recently updated it. Perhaps you can check like a video on my channel, and my description should be updated. Will you pull from Marichka? Probably not, man. Like, I'm not towards Mercy, and it's gonna feel pretty bad wasting 90 Void Shards for literally nothing. So it's gonna feel pretty bad. I don't like feeling bad about it. When will you do a video with test server? Well, they have to get me to I have to sign some paperwork, so basically like NDA and stuff. I haven't done that yet, but I've let them know that I made the requirements for test server. So they said, yeah, you're gonna be in, but we have to do some paperwork first. So that's what's gonna happen. Can you name a few decent champs for Doomtower? Hard, overall good. I'm at Thrala, not Lydia. For reference, mid game, no Nuts or Acrizia. Yeah, I mean, if you have a super limited roster, somebody like Drexar is really good. Drexar is really good against some bosses. Like, he just consistently deals like HP burn and stuff like that. It's just really solid champion. If you have Mithrala, most of the waves should be pretty easy. You just use AoE Hex, and then they just, get snared by petrification, and then you just win. Or like, if you need more wave control, Syl and Visix are really good. They're both free login champions. I used those champions a lot when I was climbing Doomtower. I also used like Archmage Helmet. Helmet's an epic you get from Doomtower. Doomtower normal. Used him a lot when I was climbing. I mean, yeah, there's a lot of champions that you can use for Doomtower, especially with the addition of Mithrala. Mithrala is just like an insane addition. What is the team you use for Sand Devil? I can show you. Yeah, no worries, man. Welcome, Louis. Light years away from Lydia. The team you're using now for Fire Knight would run with Longbeard instead of Lanathro. Yes, Lanathro helps because he brings AoE damage. So I don't know how. It might be slower. It might be slower, to be honest. But yeah. You can definitely work as long as you kill the first and second wave without losing anybody, and then you make it to the Fire Knight. It's like basically 100%. The Fire Knight never takes a turn. Why is lethal so good? I don't understand how that makes sense. If you can explain why. Basically, the ignore defense portion of that gear set makes it do a ton of damage to the enemy, because if you can ignore a big chunk of the defense, you're going to do a lot more damage, right? So in most cases, people they don't have like good enough stats to offset the ignore defense portion of that gear set. So for example, here it says ignore 25% of the enemy's defense. So if you're fighting like my UDK, my UDK has what, 5200 defense. If you're ignoring 25% of that, that's like 1400 defense, right? Usually like your damage dealer won't have enough extra stats to overcome like a reduction in 1400 defense, for example. Mathematically, I don't know how to do it quickly, the math calculation. Basically, we use a program called Hell Hades Optimizer, and the optimizer has the math calculations built into it. So it gives you the damage potential of the builds, so they can weigh out whether like 25% ignore defense is better than an extra, I don't know, 50 crit damage, 1000 attack, or whatever. But usually the ignore defense is stronger because most champions have tons of defense, most bosses have tons of defense, for example. But one thing to consider is the clan boss actually does not have a ton of defense. The clan boss has a ton of HP, but not a lot of defense. So that's why lethal and savage aren't used in clan boss. I think there's a boost on artifacts. I'm getting tons of points. Clan boss finishes nightmare every day, but not ultra nightmare. 4 keys and ultra nightmare to do 70 mil. Would you do ultra for 2 keys? Oh, I'm definitely doing ultra, but just get 1 chest. I would find a new clan. I would find an ultra nightmare clan, and then do 2, then 4 key the ultra nightmare chest, and then get 2 ultra nightmare chests. That's what I would do, because the ultra nightmare chest gives you much higher chance at legendary book and sacred shards compared to nightmare chest. So I would definitely do the ultra nightmare chest. Do you keep any resilience gear, or is it just used for silver? I don't keep any of it anymore. Yeah, it's basically just silver. Although some legendary pieces can be okay. So I'm looking for basically like legendary pieces. I'll show you guys what happened. I'll just get rid of all this gear. I have a lot of space, so that's good. What's up, Rafa? Love your content. Thanks, man. Thanks for stopping by here. If you did Arman's, he is OP. Yeah, he is OP. I don't need to build him to but yeah, I was telling chat that I was saving Arman's for a video. I want to do a video on him without any books. I think he's gonna be good. So I want to do that before I book him out for the CVC. What's a good HP defense speed goal for mid game for low spender nuke? So you want to give your nuker the stat that gives him damage. So make sure you guys know, Player's not very good at telling you this, but make sure you know that your nuker will scale off what stat. So for example, Taros here is he's HP based damage dealer, so his damage comes from HP. If you give him attack, he won't use that attack. His attack won't help him at all. So make sure you pump up his HP. If you have a defense-based damage dealer, like for example Harima, defense-based damage dealer, all her skills damage based on defense, right? So make sure you give your DPS champion the proper skill where it can scale off of. So Rotos here actually has attack and HP. So for some champions, they don't scale the same. It's not like 50-50, right? Sometimes they scale more off one or the other, and the game doesn't really give you that info, so you have to dig a little bit deeper, which is a little bit annoying, of course. So the game's pretty deep. There's a lot to do. But yeah, it's up to you to go find that info. The game doesn't really provide you that info because the game likes to water things down, because this is not a PC game, it's a mobile game, and it's a slot machine game, right? They don't want to make it too detail oriented to confuse the casual player. That's my thinking, right? Because they could easily provide stats. Like they could give some freaking damn stats on these players, like give them like, most recent matches or whatever. They could put all sorts of stats, right, to help like live arena especially, like they could give tons of stats, but you know they don't want to make this game too complicated, right? Because they know that this game is basically a slot machine game, disguised as, you know, an MMO or whatever. But yeah, they don't want to make the game too complicated, but the info is out there, so if you want to look for it, it's definitely out there. Is third nut worth building? Probably not, unless you're going for world records. I can't get past Sandel 15 with any comp. I try Blizzard with 5-star Brimstone. Bullshit. It can be done without god tier gear. I have good gear. Yeah, Blizzard with regen can do it. That's about it. He doesn't need to be extremely fast or anything, but you need the cooldowns to line up properly with when the Sand Devil uses the big attacks. Casanova, welcome man. Love your content. Helps a lot with low spender perspective. I've been insanely lucky with my account. Would love to give you my account to pull on next time I'm trying to pull. Yeah, I mean, connect with me on Discord. So I was telling chat that I started my Discord again. Try to find my Discord, join up, and we can, you know, it's just getting off the ground right now. So I'll set some things up if people want to do shard pulls and all that stuff. I'm happy to do it, of course, right? My double cohort Iron Twin seems to be inconsistent. Any idea what the problem? I don't know what team you're referring to, because a lot of teams can run double cohort, but I assume you're running Emic. If you're running Emic, he probably dies somewhere in the run, and that's why your run is failing. But yeah, let me know what team you're running. You run a fast Sand Devil team with double Nut, Kaimar, Ramontu, Cornelia, yep, but without Sifi, and Riho is a failure rate. I think it's worthwhile trade-off compared to a 5-minute Drang team. Yeah, I showcased the Cornelia team, the exact team that you're running, basically, with, instead of Ramontu, I ran, instead of Ramontu, I was running, shit, I forgot her name, Ruella? Yeah, Ruella. So instead of Ramontu, I was running Ruella, and the fail rate was, it was high. It was like 8% or something. Fail rate was high. So it really depends, right? Like if you have time to run Sand Devil overnight, then doing a 5-minute run isn't the end of the world. But if you don't, then, you know, doing a faster run makes sense. Personally, like my Sand Devil team is a 97% win rate, but it's also a 16-second run. So I don't, you know, I don't think I would trade that off for a 5-minute run. Show you guys my Sand Devil team, right? Like this is my Sand Devil team. It's a literally like a 16-second run. 1B silver for free to play is nuts. Yeah, actually both my accounts have over 1 billion silver. I mean, yeah, it just kind of just goes there. I don't really do anything like specifically to grind silver. But yeah, so this is my team. If you skip a fusion, you should get up to 30 million silver. Yeah, I mean, yeah. Fusions are definitely pretty heavy on silver cost. I've been saying lucky with my account. Would love to give you my account. Pull, okay, pull for me. Does Godseeker need to be unbooked for Sand Devil? No. No. Godseeker can work with there's definitely a couple configurations for for Godseeker. So Godseeker, there's some combination where if you don't land full books in her passive, then you can run her with food. You can run her with 1 DPS champion plus food. There's also configuration is if you have 5-star Godseeker, then you can run her way slower. You can run her like 200, like 185 speed or something, somewhere around there. But there's a lot of different ways to use her. I think she needs to have some books. She can't be fully unbooked, but she doesn't need to be fully booked to work. But you're at the mercy of some book RNG because, yeah, I'm not 100% sure which either passive or skill can be unbooked slightly. I'm not 100% sure. I've never run the build myself, but of course I've seen it used. So I would do some research into that. You can't kill Borgoth hard. You would need blood shield accessories. So like this piece, blood shield ring. If you put down your whole team, then he's easy. But if you don't have blood shield accessories, then you need maybe a shield set to at least get the run started, or you need a champion that applies shields. Magnar 5-star, replace my nuker Mountain King. Magnar is a better nuker than Mountain King. I don't think that's an argument. I need one thing in this game list with who next in arena, something like heroes. I'm not too sure. Godseeker won't work if fully booked. No, Godseeker works fully booked. Yeah, for sure. Discord link. Actually, okay, I'm gonna try to give you guys my Discord link here. That would make more sense if I just gave you guys my Discord link. Invite people, copy. Okay, guys, everybody join my Discord link. There you go. That'll keep the guys busy in there. Any tips for finding a good clan? Mine is a noob clan, has been beaten. Okay, clan is super important, so that's a good question. Make sure you guys look for good clans. I think doing it like this, looking for clans this way, is not the right way to do it. You can try to apply for clans, like clans that are not do not show full clans. You can look for clans that are not full and then try to apply to them. That might work, but the best way to apply for clans is kind of through Discord. So if you can join like one of the bigger Discords, you'll find all sorts of clan postings, and then you can just, you know, pick the clan that you want. It's clans are always looking for people, and I think that's one of the big things in this game is that clans have a hard time managing their numbers because they basically need to constantly have people, but it's hard to find people. So if you're looking for a clan, you're in a good spot. Go to some Discords. Like I would recommend Hell Hades Discord, or use the official Discord for Raid Shadow Legends, and then you can find some clan postings there. Find one that works. Can't see your Discord in your description or Twitch. Damn, sad. It was Emic, double cohort, double Painkeeper. Emic dies at the end. Yeah, so your Emic needs to be more tanky, so better stats, or it needs to be in regeneration gear. So if you put him in regeneration gear, you shouldn't fail anymore. But basically, he dies at the Emic dies at the wrong time, basically, and that's why your run is failing. Sandom 25. Can Riho be replaced with Ramon 2 or anyone else? Yes, Riho can be replaced with Ramon 2 or Ruella. Those champions work. 10 minutes behind chat, literally. Yeah, you guys are very active, so it's hard to keep up. Sorry, guys. Tips for first 60s, you should go for outside of stars. So your first 60 needs to be a champion that can farm campaign for you. If he cannot farm campaign, there's no point making them into 60. So your first 60 needs to be able to make more 60s for you. So, for example, if you pull a champion that's a pure support champion, and it is obviously good, obviously is a good pure support champion, you don't make that the first 60 because that champion can't make more 60s effectively, right? So you want to have an AoE, so an area attack all enemies type of champion as your first 60, so that they can at least farm campaign and train more 60s. So that's the idea behind your first 60, okay? After that, you could go with the strong support champion. That makes sense too. What was I doing? Resilience gear? Oh yeah, back to here. You don't have Geomancer? That's fine, yeah. I don't have Geomancer, I use double cohorts as well. I use the same team for Iron Twins. I started the game with Grizzled Jarl, Sandlash Survivor, to carry me. Any tips for when Curse City opens up? I mean, just do whatever you can do in Curse City. Don't focus too much on it, man. Like when you're first starting out, don't worry about it. Your main goal is building your team of 60s, doing clan boss and progressing through. I would say dragon first. Get Discord, join a cluster, exactly. Could you show your Hydra teams? My Hydra teams are basically like very fluid. What I mean by fluid is that I just pick them. Like I kind of just like pick them for whatever I kind of like feel like. But I'll show you guys my team. It's not anything particularly good. I actually messed up this month. So you see here, like I'm at like this is my total damage. It's actually not very good because I messed up the teams that I used. So I have a Trunda. So I have a Trunda team, but I used my Lydia in the wrong team, and then after I used my Lydia, I couldn't make the Trunda team anymore. So I really messed up this rotation. I mean this week or whatever, but it is what it is. So these are generally like the teams I use. My Nightmare team has like 2 nuts and Necmo, and then I have like a brutal or hard team where I run Mikage, Islin, Rabbit, Harima, and then usually it's Taras or Mishinaki. And then I have a Trunda team. My Trunda is with Lydia, Arbiter, and then that Trunda team does tons of damage. So my usual damage output is around 3-ish billion. 3.5 billion. So this week has been really bad because I made that mistake, messing up my Trunda team. Yeah, happens sometimes. Oh yeah, we're back to the resilience gear. Shit, totally forgot. All right, almost done. Hey Guardian, what's up, man? Thanks for dropping by. Yep. Hi, hello. What's your third favorite color? Man, I don't know, man. Red? Red's probably in the top 3. You have a Fire Knight team, Elva, Deacon, Allure, Coldheart, Rowan, and I plan on replacing one with Longbeard, but I have trouble surviving the waves. Yeah, that's kind of tough. I mean, you don't really have any kind of wave control. Longbeard is not going to help you in that regard either. Yeah, I'm not too sure. I mean, you must have some options, but right now I can't really recommend, right? Obviously. All right, let's sift through some of this shit. So 5-star, 6-star, rare. I'm going to say rare first. Instantly sell all. Boom, look at that, guys. Easy silver, easy silver. Epics. Let's do 5-star epics and legendaries. Sell these off first. Boom. Alright, so all 5-star gear is dealt with. Let's deal with the epic 6-star gear. So there might be some good pieces here, but we'll have a look. Nothing. This one can be maybe okay, but no thanks. Okay, nothing. All right, Lego gear. So I had 250 crafts. I got 6 pieces with potential, right? No. It really wants just speed. Speed, HP percentage, bad subs. This one could be okay. Okay, I'll keep these 2 just because they have speed on them. I guess my head is blocking the way. Damn. So this one, I have a 6-star legendary piece with speed, so I'll try to go for a quad on this. I'll keep that, and then this one, same idea, has a quad potential. The rest is gone. So you see I made like, I don't know how much millions of silver I made. 10 million? I don't remember. We get 100 likes. Yeah. Any idea when the next free gear removal will happen? Pretty soon, I would say. Next couple days. I'm surprised it didn't happen already, but it should happen in a couple days. CVC Spider running. Nice. It's a good way to get Sand Devil. Can you make more Live Arena Go second teams? All video on YouTube for Live Arena is 1 year old. Any more Auto Hydra? I make Live Arena content pretty frequently. I don't know specifically why you would want to go second in Live Arena. Speed is still pretty strong. Speed is definitely good in Live Arena. My mech is 95k HP. I need more defense. No, you need regen gear. Do you have regen gear? Put them in put your mech in regen and you should have no problems. I use Armans a lot in Live Arena, and I need A2, A3 before cooldown, so definitely worth booking. Yeah, for sure he is worth booking, but I wanted to show that he is good without books, because not everyone can, you know, fully book out a champion or whatever right away. So I want to show like his range of potential without books. I know he needs to be booked, and I will book him for sure during the CVC, but I wanted to make a video without books for now. Damn, I am far behind on chat. Currently have 60. Will you be playing Live Arena? That's a good question. That's why you plan ahead. Set up teams. Yeah, I'm kind of... Yeah, it is what it is. I messed up my Hydra team, so that's my bad. Tips for optimizing your gear farming process when you're farming for a specific stat like speed. I usually follow events, so... if the event is a dragon event, then I'll do dragon. I'll get whatever rewards. If it's like a 3x speed event, then I'll do dragon. It's kind of like I let the events kind of dictate what I do usually. Like that's on a normal day. If I have something that I want to take care of specifically, then I'll do something else. What's the threshold requirement for Trunda to do absurd damage? I mean, she needs to one-shot the heads. That's the big part. So you need a team that kind of supports her. So you need the defense, AoE defense down. You need Hex, and you know you can bring down your difficulty to normal. But as long as Trunda can one-shot the heads, then you're in business. So give me the 1 billion silver. Yeah, I think you just had to play a long time, you'll get the silver. That's all. Sorry, yep, make sure you guys do the quiz. If you guys didn't do the quiz yet, it's free resources. Have you forged lethal gear yet? Would like to see some pieces you keep and sell. I have not forged my lethal gear yet. I wanted to make a video on the forging of the lethal gear. And I want to take my time doing it because I noticed that I'm getting like, you know, obviously distracted. You know, chatting and stuff, and then monitoring 2 accounts right now. So I want to take my time doing the savage gear stuff. I have 150 pieces, I think. Oh, sorry, my lethal gear. I have 150 crafts. You guys are gonna laugh at this, but check out my. This is my second account. My second account has 400 crafts, so it's probably like 3 rotations of lethal gear that I haven't crafted yet on my second account. So I need to do this, but the problem with like this work is like it's busy work, right? It's just like, man, I need to like sit down, focus, do this shit, and then it's tough. It's tough when you have 2 accounts, man, that you basically play pretty actively. Yeah, it's tough. So anyways, we can do some live arena if you guys want. I think my dailies are all done, so we are at 83,000 points. I didn't use anything too big. I'm still gonna book a bunch of stuff. Like I'm gonna book this CVC. I'm gonna book Armans. Probably gonna book the old man. So Arman's, the old man. I think that's gonna be it in terms of books. Yeah, that's gonna be it. I'm only gonna book 2 guys. I can't get mythical charms to make mythical piece. Really? I have 500 mythical charms. This account, I think it has even more mythical charms. 780 mythical charms. Yeah, it's wild, man. It's wild. All right, let's finish off Centranos, and then we'll do some live arena. And then we'll probably call it a day. Just for damage, I guess. Raid employees compete for biggest cocksuckers in the universe. Oh no. Building crazy should have focused on crit damage, or she actually benefits more from attack. I think crit damage, right? Crit damage up to, you're probably looking for at least 250 crit damage. But her enemy max HP abilities are based off of crit damage first. All right. Wow, it's pretty crazy. We got like a consistent 300 viewers today. So thank you guys so much for stopping by. I mean, yeah, that's pretty huge. So I appreciate that. Appreciate the participation and you guys showing up. So thank you guys for the support. Oh shit. I didn't realize this was a boss encounter. Okay, so Fire Knight. Of course my Kage comes here. Multi-hitters. Of course. All right. Need to deal with the dragon first, just because the dragon has the lockout. So very annoying. All right, now we can deal with this guy. Anyways, this is normal difficulty, so it's like nothing. I got boosted from Ash. Yeah, that was very nice. That was like 5 weeks ago. So, obviously, yeah, huge. I would like to think that some of it was my own doing, because, but of course, Ash was obviously game changing for my YouTube channel for sure. Having someone as big as him basically give me the time, right, to go over a nice video and everything. It's massive. So will you ever use all your mythical charms? I mean, I'm waiting for situations like this. So when I'm forging my lethal gear, I will use mythical charms for every single piece. So that's 150 mythical charms, and then I'm using mythical charms on perception gear. So I will use them when I craft my perception gear. I have about 300 pieces of perception, so I'll do that as well. So I'll definitely be using some. Forgot to like. Let me do that. Thank you guys. Yeah, if you guys can like the video, that would be very helpful. Obviously, helps the YouTube algorithm and all that stuff. If you guys are new here, happy for you guys to pop in. And I stream every CVC, or I try to. Sometimes I sleep in. It's actually really early for me when CVC starts. It's like 2 a.m. or something. So that's why I'm a little bit late. When I woke up, it was like 4:30 a.m. So it's pretty early for me. So sometimes maybe I'll sleep in, but I try not to. Try to be consistent. Rise and grind, right? That's what they say. Rise and grind. All right, got Magnar here. It's great to listen in and upgrade my knowledge of the game by listening to you chat about the game. Very insightful and useful. Thank you, man. Yeah, like I mentioned that I used to be a Twitch streamer. So I'm a partnered Twitch streamer. If you guys don't know what that is, like being partnered is like maintaining like a certain amount of viewers for a prolonged period of time. So they have like arbitrary thresholds for Twitch. So I'm a partnered Twitch streamer. I was doing that for a couple years before COVID, and then during COVID I had my first child, and then that took priority over everything. So I had to drop everything. My child's a couple years old now, so I had a bit more time. I started my YouTube channel for Raid at the beginning of last year. And before that, I didn't have any Raid content or anything. Like I had a YouTube channel, but I never had Raid content. Mainly because like I just didn't have time to do it. And, you know, YouTube was just kind of like, yeah, I did some YouTube stuff in the past, but I had to learn all of it, and I just didn't have time, especially with my kid being so young and stuff. So, but yeah, now I have a little bit more time. So, and I feel like, you know, I have a bit more knowledge about Raid, so I felt more comfortable making content about Raid. So yeah. But I haven't been like a long time producer. I haven't been a long time like producer of content for Raid or anything like that. I only started like, yeah, like I said, at the beginning of 2023. What games did you stream on Twitch? I used to play Hearthstone. It's a card game for Blizzard. Magic Champion. Yeah, it's a card game for Blizzard. To be honest, I discovered you thanks to Ash, but the reason I'm here is what you're doing. The videos with him was very inspiring. It's free to play myself. Yeah, I think, you know, that's the hard part, right? Like obviously like you want to, like Ash reached out to me, which is awesome. You know, obviously as a very small creator in the space, is very you know, is very nice, right? He's like, because I saw him basically reference one of my videos for Amius. He referenced one of my videos to defeat Amius from the Central City, and then I think that was the video that he was referring to. He doesn't even remember watching my video, but he referenced that as the reason why he knows my name. And yeah, so after that he just like, oh, you know, I should reach out to him. And then so he reached out to me, and then yeah, brought me on his channel, and obviously that was pretty massive. But yeah, like after that, like I was like, okay, well, I'll just keep doing what I'm doing, right? So I try to do my daily uploads. You know, it's kind of like a habit now. But it's been like 15 months, right? So I've been doing it for about 15 months. But yeah, I try to do my daily uploads, and sometimes people call me like a blogger. So I'm more like a blogger sometimes. Like I just blog my own progress in the game. And that's kind of like my, yeah, I'm like, yeah, I am kind of like a blogger. I blog my progress in the game, but I think it's, you know, it can be useful. It can be useful for people to know what I'm doing or what I'm thinking or how I approach certain things, especially since there's so many events and stuff happening all the time. So I think it is useful, even if I was just a blogger. But I like helping people. That's one of the big things with games. And it makes like a community. Community is also nice too. I'm obviously part of the Omega cluster here, the Omega cluster. But this is recent. I'm also part of another cluster called Uncommonly Good. So I'm actually the leader of this clan in Uncommonly Good. It's a cluster of 10 Ultra Nightmare clans, and we basically like built it. Like when I joined it, I just started Raid, and like the highest difficulty clan was like a Nightmare clan, and we only had one, and there was like 10 other clans that were like brutal clan. So we built it up, and I've been with that group for forever, and I only recently moved one of my accounts out of it to Omega because it's a higher rank clan. Gonna learn some more stuff, stuff like that, right? But yeah, clans are really important in this game, and then they provide like a sense of community and all that stuff. That's what's lacking in this game too. There's not much sense of community. So sorry, I'm managing the other account. Used to play Hearthstone a lot. Gave it up a year ago. Yeah, I only played in Arena, so I played for free in Hearthstone, and then I just, you know, Arena is more fun. I didn't even care about the packs, to be honest. I had at one point like 1,000 packs just sitting there unopened. I just didn't care. Like I just played Arena. Arena is the most fun, the draft format. You remember me from Hearthstone? Love Hearthstone. Play at the same time as Raid. Wow. Okay. Do you still play Hearthstone? I don't anymore. I'm actually pretty out of it right now, and yeah, I'm pretty out of it right now. I still keep in touch with some people, but yeah, I'm pretty out of it right now. First time on your stream, want to say hi. Welcome, man. Welcome, first timers. Have a good day, my dude. Minimum spending now. I like how Ash just randomly clicking red dots on your account. Yeah, that was good. That was like, it seemed like it was just like it seemed too good for the video, but it was good, man. Like I was just like, dude, what are you doing? But he doesn't know, right? It's like totally innocent. For him, he's just like clicking dots, collecting all this stuff. I'm like, no. You can't do that, man. You can't do that. There's a reason why I don't collect that stuff. But he doesn't know that, right? But yeah, it was funny. We're on complete opposite spectrums. That's the thing, right? Like he's one of the biggest spenders. He's not one of the biggest spenders, but he is a very big spender. And you know, some things that I think about, he doesn't think about at all. Like it would never even cross his mind. So it's a completely new thing for him. But yeah, let's do some live arena. Not too much left to do. Did you try Runeterra? No, I heard it was pretty bad. I did not try. I played this guy before, but I don't remember his stuff. Not sure you saw my earlier message, but are you talking about going free to play without spending too much? Wondering how you would go about it when you have lots of good champions but no resources. Okay, hold on, just give me a sec. Yeah, this sucks. I'm gonna be fully locked out here. Kage's good. She can play locked out. Yeah, it's tough, man. When you're going from spender and then going from spending to not spending at all, it's going to be a big change, man, because you're used to acquiring resources in a certain way, and now you no longer have those resources. Honestly, most people that I see that are big spenders and then they go completely free to play, they usually quit the game. Like they just can't do it anymore. Damn, this really sucks. Narcissus here. So I'm gonna be playing locked out with Narcissus on the team. He can't play support anymore, so I'm gonna go with Rotos, and I got one more support. Guess I'm gonna try to go first here. What's the alternative? Is there a speed lead here? Duchess? No, I need to go first. Could take Duchess. Alright. Duchess or Arbiter kind of works. Ah, Harima. It's terrible, man. Will I go first? I might not go first. It might be rough. Sorry guys, I gotta focus a little bit here. Come on. I got turn meter pushback? What the fuck, man? Who pushes my turn meter back from this team? They must have like temporal chains or something, right? Yeah, it's not looking good. Somebody has temporal chains? Yeah, Warlord. 6-star temporal chains. I was thinking, I'm like, why is my team getting pushed back turn meter? So here's the AoE. Yeah, there it goes. Yeah, that's frustrating. What do you think about the general energy system? I think it's difficult to manage. Obviously, it's built the way it is to force you to interact with the game very often. Yeah. Okay, so hold on. Do you also play Dragon Air? I tried it as part of a promo only. I was kind of interested, but I'm kind of too deep into Raid right now to play like other games. My God Seeker is only tanky enough for Sand L21. Using Acrizia for DPS, would HP burn be faster? Not too sure. I never really used the max HP hitters instead of HP burner. I think Sand Devil takes reduced. Actually, I'm not too sure. I would imagine that max HP hit would be faster, but can you show me how to beat Fire Knight level 13? You need turn meter manipulation, so you need a way to keep the turn meter of the Fire Knight down, and then you need multi-hits. Are you free to play from day one or just stop spending? No, I'm free to play from day one, so I never spent a penny in this game. 6-star Warlord, yeah. Are you still doing plat push videos? I do, but recently there was something called daylight savings time, and that pushed my plat reset an hour later, and I actually can't stay up awake to do it the last couple weeks. So I actually haven't done it since Narcissus. Maybe since Narcissus was introduced, I haven't done a single reset. Platinum isn't hard for me to make it, but pushing into Platinum requires, some strategy for sure. I haven't done Platinum mainly because of the time reset is too late for me, and I've been sick for a little bit. I'm only recently starting getting better this week, so. As free play, how do you manage your shard pulls? I only pull mainly for fusions nowadays or events with good guarantees. So there's so many events nowadays that you're basically at the mercy of those events, right? So for example, like R-Man's 5-star soul, for me, it's a must get for PvP. It's a must get, easy must get. So my pulls are dictated around completing the events for that soul right now. Everything else is secondary. So that's kind of it. I don't really pull in my position, since I'm so endgame, I don't really pull for 2X's anymore. So I'm pulling mostly for events. Or I'm pulling for really good odds on meta champions that I want. So for example, Yumiko or Marichka. I pulled for Yumiko because I was close to Mercy. It was a progressive event, and I had the shards to make it to Mercy. My Mercy gave me Georgid, which is a top tier Void legendary, but it's not the one that I wanted. And then a week later, Narcissus came, and then I was like, fuck. I'd rather have Narcissus instead of Georgid for sure. But it is what it is. What's my highest platinum place? I made it to rank 50. 50th place. That's my highest rank. I'm gonna go CF here. Lately, usually I pick Taras first, because Taras is like my best generalist damage dealer. But usually when I pick Taras, I get countered super hard, right? You just pick Narcissus and I lose, or you pick Narcissus and I have to pick, somebody to remove him. See, now he picks Taras. So this is a big problem, right? When he goes Taras, it's a big problem. Finally did one time. You reacted in my Discord. Yeah, congrats. Yeah, congrats on that plat. Finish, Adrian. Event rewards are trash. First place for classic rewards, blue gear. It's true. Wow, this is not a fair fight, guys. This is a pretty bad fight. Fuck. Dude, take it easy over here. He has one damage dealer left too. All right. Let's see what happens here. Don't pick Rhonda. 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 Wukong. Okay, I can live with Wukong. I mean, Wukong's still bad, but Rhonda would have been worse because Rhonda would have just wiped Rotos right away. If Rotos gets a turn, there's a chance. There's always a chance if Rotos gets a turn. Come on, sheep his ass. Fuck. Look at this shit, man. Here, you guys gonna watch it. You guys can watch Arman's just dominate. Just dominate this game. Just watch him. Like, look at this. He just sheep my Stone Skin champion. Like, no big deal, right? I'm gonna lose. And now my Warlord's fully locked out. I'm surprised. Oh, he didn't want a weak hit against the Rotos here. It's over. Yeah, it's... Well, let's see what happens here. No. I was like, okay, if I can AoE freeze everyone, maybe. Let's see what happens. His passive can be really stupid sometimes. And he has AoE, he's built for damage. No, he doesn't get a turn. Yeah, what are you supposed to do here, right? You have to ban Marichka. If you don't ban Marichka, you have literally no chance against this team. Because Marichka gives them sustain, right? Like extra time. And you're not going to beat this turn. You're not going to beat this team outlasting them with Marichka. So if you remove Arman's and he has Marichka, you basically lose. He could not have Wukong here and just run these three, and that'd be enough. Because he just CCs my team, locks them out, and then Taras just blows them up. I need some good RNG with the Tormund. But it is what it is. Why would pair me with a level 55 with level 100 in Live Arena? That's not fair. It's based on your points, right? Your Live Arena points. So it depends on your tier. And then he'll find players for you. Live Arena is tough. At least I have 2 good champs for Live Arena, so I'm not completely boned. There's literally the primal that you get for sharing the anniversary. I opened it. Sorry, I'm losing track. 6 months or longer to save 33 primals. Pulled nothing. Now I don't care for it. Always ban Armans. Dude, I would instantly lose against that Marichka, to be honest. At least against Armans, like, maybe I have a chance if he gets sheeped or gets frozen by Tormund. That might be a chance. But against Marichka, I would instantly lose. Yeah, it's just the way it is. Marichka Taras, not Marichka by herself, but Marichka Taras, I would instantly lose. So, and of course, like Armands is also a near instant loss too. But you know, you go from 3% chance to win that fight up to like 6% chance to win that fight. You know, like, or 10% or whatever. It's still a losing fight. It's just, yeah. Hey, can I win a fight so I can show my viewers that my videos aren't like fully edited, edited for wins only? Come on, Furion, let me win a fight, okay? How about it? Okay, maybe I have a chance. Usually, if I don't see Sifi, Armands, or Taras first pick, then maybe I have a chance. Drox is barely on rate. Actually, yeah, you're kind of right. Drox actually doesn't play as much as I thought he would, especially live arena. He plays similar to me, and I actually don't play that much live arena. I'm gonna go with the Mikage, I think. But you know, people's spending habits, like maybe they just have money to spend, right? Who are we to tell them how they can spend their money, right? You like my hillbilly drinking jar? Jesus. Yeah. Why you don't pick first Armands? Oh man, that's a good question, man. Armands, that's a good question, mans. I have a very special reason why I don't pick Armands first. You got so lucky again from both my prism shards. Verican the Fat and Crow. Oh, that's nice, man. Yeah, those are good prism pulls for sure. What is that? Maple syrup sunshine moonshine? It's coffee, guys. Fuck, this guy actually picked Rotos? This guy actually picked my boy? We should go first. I don't know. Narcissus probably goes. Okay, let's see if we can snipe the Rotos. But we can't lock them out, so it doesn't really matter, I guess. Okay, I guess we're going for the ally attack into Rotos. Dead. Okay. 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 Could use this. Got the resist there. A bunch of resist. This isn't going to do anything right now. Okay, well, Rotos, his A3 is not going to be that strong with Harima on the board. Damn, it's a pretty big slap. Alright. Need a strip here. Pretty good strip. That's a pretty good outcome. Okay, no choice. Can this kill everybody? It won't kill Rotos, but it might kill a bunch of these guys. And then the Duchess already used the revive, so let's try. Oh, that's pretty good. Okay. Yay, we got a win. Hey, we got a win. Showed you guys that I can actually win in live arena. Okay, sorry, I'm gonna catch up on chat. See, that's the problem with live arena, is that it's hard to do chat, right? In your opinion, I have Taras, Narcissus, and Korra, but no lockout. Endgame with Fresh Mercy, go for Merchka, or wait for lockout. I don't buy shards. Fresh Mercy, no, that's too much, man. Like, you're in the same spot as me, basically, right? You want Marichka, but your Mercy's not gonna get you, like, your voice shards aren't gonna get you to Mercy. If you don't get anything, like any Lego, you're just gonna feel really bad. I don't know. I would wait for a better spot. Wait for a better spot. Would you collab with other content creators? Yeah, of course. Yeah, it's just hard for me because of scheduling. You know, this is not my full-time thing, right? Like, I don't do this full-time. I have like a full-time job. You know, I have a kids, family, or whatever, and you know that takes time, right? So it's not my full-time thing, so scheduling is difficult. I'm not on EU time either, so I'm in North America. So the timing doesn't always necessarily work, but it kind of worked with me and Ash, because Ash is in North America, so our time zones are closer. So it's a little bit more easier that way. Oh yeah, I was supposed to show you my Armans. So Adrian, you're asking about my Armans. So this is why I don't pick my Armans. He's not geared out. He's not geared out, he's not booked out. The reason why is because I want to make a video of him without books, showing him his viability before I book him out. But I'll book him up to CVC. Armans and Duchesses, I mean, those are two great supports. So those are, you can definitely do some work in live arena with just those. Good fight, bro. Thanks, man. I try to get a win for you guys. Lost twice already. Once you have Uko, Vogoth, or something else to keep your Rathos alive, would you keep Lifesteal or go DPS oriented? Would Slayer be a good choice for him? I'm probably not the best guy to ask about Rathlos. I haven't used my Rathlos myself. Frankly, because I don't see a giant need for him for myself personally. And I haven't playtested him at all, so I'm actually not the best guy to dive into deeply with him on the details. Sorry about that. Someone who's earlier mid-game. Hey, what's up, JD? How are you, man? Welcome. Someone's early mid-game. Should I save shards for 2x pulls because I don't have a ton of great champions? Yes, if you're early game, I would save for 2x events, because they give you increased chances at epics, and for an early game account, epics will be a big power boost for you. So definitely save for that, unless you have reason to believe that you are able to complete a fusion. If you're able to complete a fusion, for example, if you're like a spender, or you have decent progress in like dungeons and stuff like that, and you have resources saved up, if you can complete a fusion, I would save the shards for fusion events, so that you can complete a fusion. Otherwise, if you're still progressing through the game, wait for a 2x and pull during 2x, just to increase your chances of getting an epic, good epic champion. Obviously, you increase your chances pulling legendary, but the epics will be more impactful because you won't have legendary books to use them. The factor rate is So middle age friendly. You can auto walk. Yeah. The auto battle and walk away. You're watching this live and still playing Raid in the background. Yeah. When do you keep attack percentage gauntlets? That's a good question. The only champion that really uses attack percentage gauntlets is bomb champions. So unless you have, a viable bomb champion in your roster, you probably don't need to keep it unless it's for the future. The best bomb champion that probably gets used the most right now is the rat, Nishak. Nishak is he's a giant rat from the Skinwalkers. He's the best bomb champion, I think, or at least the most viable bomb champion right now. Obviously Astrolith. Astrolith is a dark elf. She's the most viable for arena. Astrolith, this one. She's most viable for arena because her bombs cannot be resisted, which is really good. But for general content, the best one is the most viable one is Nishak, the giant rat. Here you go, this guy. He's a great champion, actually. He's a great champion. But I wouldn't keep too many attack percentage gauntlets. They're just not that useful. I just kind of accepted live arena isn't for me. 3 years, non-fusion void. I post Chris, somehow managed to farm 4 Vlads. Oh god, 4 Vlads. I mean, Tormund's really good. He's solid. But he's not like a generalist, right? But he's solid. Maybe consider pulling during a 1 extra legendary event. It's tough. Extra legendary event, you only really pull if you're close to mercy, so you need to track your mercy, right? And honestly, it's okay to skip those. To be honest, if they're not favorable to you, it's okay to skip, because it seems like Plarium is happily giving us, these shard events, like happily, right? 1+1. It seems like 1+1 is more like bait nowadays, right? Because they want you to spend your shards so that you can't complete some of these really hard events, like for example this Titan event or whatever, right? These 1+1, or even like a guarantee, or actually these 2x's, and these 1+1s feel like bait almost. You know what I mean? Sorry, I'm looking for this. Yeah, Gaius is viable. He's actually a good bomber too, but I see Nishak way more than Gaius, just for like general use. Gaius just doesn't see that much use. Damn, I wish that auto forging was working. Wish auto forge was working. Yeah, auto forge doesn't work. Shit, that sucks. I just tried it on my other account, doesn't work. I never played against this player before. I'm playing in a weird time slot. I usually don't play during this time slot. So I usually run into like the same players all the time because I only play one time slot. Oh man, that's so annoying. It is what it is. Sifi Mikage is a nice combination because they can play locked out. Their A1s are really strong. And Mikage is a mythical champion. I think we're still banning Armans, unless he's probably gonna go and what, Ancora Narcissus here. Ancora Narcissus, we can go Rhodos, and I don't know, Tormund. Maybe not Tormund. Mithrala? Is Mithrala gonna make a comeback, guys? What do you guys think? So his DPS are chosen. He has no reviver. We're likely to go first. Never mind. His only threat is Narcissus. Okay, well, now it's a little bit different. Riho for Ramontu and SD. I was able to do the team you had to expect Riho. Nice. Congrats, man. That's going to help you out quite a bit. Well, well, well. Looks like my Sifi snuck in there. Stopped his Armans. He's going to give the extra turn to Armans, I guess. No? Okay. Motherfuckings. We should get this, guys. I'd be surprised if we don't, but it's possible. Oh, I forgot about the Wukong. Okay, never mind. We probably don't get this. It's gonna one-shot my guy. Fuck. Oh, that's so painful, man. That's so painful. Ugh. I don't know. What am I supposed to do? What am I supposed to do there? What am I supposed to do there? I can't do anything. Some of these fights, I can't do anything. Can't do anything. Nope. Same guy. All right, let's go rematch. I take the same lineup against him. What did he open with? He opened with Warlord. Here, I'll open with Warlord. He opened Warlord Armans. I'll take that away from him. Let's see what he's got. He got Sifi, so he takes Sifi this time. I mean, it's gonna be like a similar thing here. Don't need to take Mikage. Don't need to take Mikage. Let's go. Okay, I like Mikage. Maybe he takes Wukong. Mikage is just kind of good. Like, she protects you against things like Helicath, for example. I kind of want to pick, okay. So I can't pick Rotos. I think I picked this guy. I think I do this. I think this works. Probably dump Armans again. and then he'll remove Warlord probably. Yeah, so he's likely to go first. Unfortunately, he's gonna dump UDK again. Okay, I mean that makes sense too. Yeah, UDK stops the Wukong, so that's why he's removing the UDK here. We might be in a worse position because we went first last time with the CFI. But yeah, we're in worse position here. We don't get the turn with the Mikage. Oh, he's gonna blast Mikage. And then he can sleep. Oh man. Oh man, that's so brutal. I didn't kill the Suzanne. Now I'm just locked out. Why, like, she comes in, I'm sleeping, and then she hits me. I should be awake, right? Like, it doesn't make any sense to me. I mean, it's a 20% chance, but she's attacking every single one of these attacks. Fuck. Okay. Not many free to play complete. Yeah, it's tough, right? It's tough. Things are a lot harder now with Armans for sure. Mainly because my Arman's not built out, but it should be fine afterwards. Narcissus also made it very hard for me because I have Taras, and Taras got a lot worse. No, he didn't get a lot worse, but he got countered by basically a guaranteed champion, right? Coming back to raid, I have a seer, not much energy. Should I put it into Fire Knight? By the way, I have almost 4,000 energy. I mean, 4,000 energy is not likely to get you too much things. If you have masteries to do, I would do masteries. Make sure you have a team that can farm you more gear in the future. So that's what I would commit that energy towards. Trying to make a team that can actually help you farm more gear. Go build your Armans. Yeah, I can build my Armans, but I can't book them out. I don't want to book him out because, like I said, I want to make a video on him without any books. Does Labyrinth give you weekly rewards? It doesn't. It gives you rewards for playing. Wow. Oof. That's pretty saucy stuff. He doesn't have the block revive. Go Torment. Six-star Corrado Soul. Should I use it or destroy it? I don't know if I would use him. I don't really destroy souls. It's really hard to get a 6-star legendary soul. And Corrado could be a viable damage dealer for your account. Personally, I wouldn't destroy it. But yeah, I mean, I personally wouldn't destroy it. You have to be a really good reason to destroy it. It's okay. I mean, mythicals are the way of the future. We have to learn how to deal with it. What the fuck? This guy might be in he might be in stream right now. He's flexing on us. I mean, he has room for UDK. Should I go Taras or Marichka? I have neither. Taras would be generally more useful because he's the best damage dealer in the game, pretty much. When you factor in damage plus survivability. Corrado, he doesn't hit hard enough, but he's okay. He doesn't hit hard enough, but he can be okay. Oh my god, look at this guy's freaking lineup. Siegfried is absolutely bonkers. I would have to kill him first. And then I have to deal with this. Alright, let's go. I think this guy's just flexing, right? Like, this doesn't seem like a viable team. Oh, you know what? He's AFK right now. He's gonna ban CFE. Because he's AFK. Yeah, he's AFK right now. He just put it on full auto, or he's AFK. What's up, Puppet? How are you? You should ban Siegfried? Yeah. Maybe. Turns her head. I don't know. Yeah, maybe that stuff is like attached to her face when she turns. Is this possible? Is this possibly a free to play really lucky one? No, this is not possible. As a for him to be a free to play player is not possible. So trigger is passive. Look at this. Did you guys see what happened? Duchess buffed the whole team and I used Taras's AoE and I literally only killed the weakest champion on his team. It's actually insane. He's AFK, guys. I'll take this win. Yeah, he's AFK. It's a bot. Hey, what's up, Real Deal? How are you? CRX, how are you? Welcome. It would take 5 years for a free to play to get this? Yeah, maybe. Maybe not, actually. What's up, Bobby? How are you? Oh, thanks, man. Appreciate that. You stole my stone skin. Working hard on CVC, carrying UNG. Sure you are, man. Sure you are. Thanks for the carry. Yeah, it's a bot, guys. The way that bots work in Live Arena, or if he's just autoing, he's probably not a bot, but he's probably just autoing. Is that they basically just pick the highest player power champions on your account, and that's it. And usually, you know that they're kind of odd. They're kind of like AFK or autoing or whatever. Is that they use up all the timer for the decisions, and they always ban your first pick, which my first pick was CFE, so they always ban the first pick in your roster. So you know something's fishy. Yeah, I mean, to me it wasn't like, you know, a good team, but he has good champions. But yeah. Free to play 3 years and I pulled 3 Void Legos. 0 mythicals. I mean, you know, I have 0 mythicals besides a fusion. But yeah. It's like playing classic arena with bots. It might happen one day. Yeah, eventually. Alright, so who do we want to go up against here? Taras or Narcissus? We can maybe deal with Taras. We need to be like super tanky. Well, he can't pick damage dealers anymore, so he's gonna go for supports. That actually makes me feel bad picking the Rotos here. I should have just picked like supports instead of hopefully it doesn't make me regret picking this way. Yeah, lockout's not going to be too helpful here. Mikage, so if he bans Sifi, kind of posed-ish. Korra. Gonna use Wukong, actually. Just because Wukong can survive Taras. I think this is fine. Wukong also helps against something like Helicath because Wukong can steal the buffs or whatever. Mariska on the way? Yeah, hope not. Kaimar for reset, I guess. I think I'm gonna rather fight Taras here. Okay. Well, it is what it is. If he's gonna AoE slam my team, then you know, hopefully Rotos gets a turn. And then Wukong will come back alive. I don't like that Wukong's protected though here. Is he gonna go AoE sleep? That's like totally pointless, I think, right? Because I'm asleep. I'm feared, right? I guess sleep is okay. He's trying to remove the buffs from Wukong. All champs obtainable through MasterCard. A match with no Warlord? You know, Warlord's lost a lot of value, man. Definitely lost a lot of value. Kaimar was an interesting pick. I don't know why he picked Kaimar here. I think we're okay. I think we're okay, guys. I think we're okay. Uh-oh. The reset is a little bit troublesome. Oh no. But he's gonna do the reset. Does Taras get a go? He does. So here comes the AoE again. Oh my god, he gets a turn right away? How does that happen? How does she get a turn right away? GG. You can't do anything on your shield, yeah. If I had Archer, I'd stop calling Plarium. Oh, set extra turn. Relentless? Or maybe Merciless, maybe. But then Merciless requires you to attack, right? Could be Relentless, yeah. That's a good shout. You just don't see that kind of build often. That sheep on Rotos is OP. Yeah, I figured that I need to take some gambles, right? Because like sheep helps you win those unwinnable fights. Same guy again. Okay, take a rematch. We know he has Taras. We know he has Narcissus. He went Taras Narcissus to open. And then he has Ancora. So this time he's going Sifi. He takes the Sifi away from me. So I'll take... unfortunately, I want to... Like, do I take... probably do this. Yeah, I know. Take Taras, but like... just kind of falls right into the Ancora Narcissus. Yeah, I don't like opening with Rotos early, just because Rotos gets countered pretty easily. Forces you into UDK pretty early, but I think I'm here. Yeah. Dealing with Rhonda is tough when you have Rotos. Yeah, we'll see. He also has the ally attack too from Mikage. 2 revivers. I don't think we can win this. Best case scenario is we lock him out and then we don't die instantly, I guess. But now we lost Necrit, lost his shield. 5 wins, 5 losses. Yeah, it sounds like, you know, matchmaking is working for you, and we get sheeped. So, yeah, we lost right away. Hey, Aaron, how are you, man? Yeah. Getting sheeped right away doesn't really help our cause. This was a really bad setup for us, right? This is a really bad setup. Ally attack with the Rhonda. Yeah, it's a really bad setup. And then, yeah, Taras, picking Taras just invites him to pick Narcissus, but, you know, we kind of had to pick Taras. Resist Ancora? Is that the way to build her now? I still haven't built my Ancora yet. Actually, I haven't pulled her out of the portal yet, actually. Kaja, high resist with regen, hard to kill without a debuff. Yeah, Kaja she's solid. She has really good base speed too. Oh, he has it? Oh, I see. Do that. What horseshoe? Bolster stone skin, yeah. I think I would do bolster as well. She can't heal herself, right? Helico. I mean, probably banning the Narcissus. When will you get the giveaway rewards? I don't know. Whenever Plarium wants to give them to you. I submitted your ID already, so you'll get them when they give them to you. Maybe within a week. Great giving advice. I try my best to give advice that is applicable to the most amount of people. But yeah, it doesn't help everybody. Oh, the horseshoe? It's the Omega symbol. Yeah. Yeah, it's the Omega symbol for the cluster. This guy could go UDK Rotos here too. He's probably gonna go Ancora, right? Ancora makes the most sense. Wow. Preemptively picked UDK. Why? Okay. Why? Why'd you leave? Why did you leave, bro? Resist? Must be a resist UDK. I don't know. Why do you leave? Oh, it's because he only had one damage dealer? Maybe he was AFK and then the game auto picked for him. Hey Nathan, how are you, man? What's up? Yeah, welcome, man. Welcome. He had Harima too. No, he must have been AFK, and then the game auto picked for him, so they picked his highest player power champions. So cardio and UDK were probably in resist gear. Shit. Same situation here. I'm gonna remove Narcissus again, probably. Hey, Hardcore, what's up, man? I didn't pick one nuker. I know you didn't pick one nuker. I think you lagged out or something, right? Yeah, exactly. He auto picked the last two. Yeah. That's exactly what I thought. Yeah, sorry about that. I think you probably would have won the game. I don't know. Probably would have beat us up pretty good, man. But GG. Cluster mate here. Oh, fuck me, man. I totally forgot about the UDK. Oh, fuck me, man. That's really bad. Oh, this is really bad. Oh, man. All right, whatever. See what happens here. I wasn't thinking for a second there. Do you have spare room in your clan? Yeah, we probably do. Yeah. Ultra Nightmare clan. Yep. Or did you not have a clan? maybe I don't have a clan. You never know. We do have a clan. I can invite you to fuck that guy up. Mess her up. Stun his ass. Nope. A real deal. Do you actually? Never mind. I'll get you the Discord link to my clan. Just give me a sec here. Here's a Discord link to my clan if you guys are interested in joining. Show you guys. She is locked out, so no revive yet. Can I kill her? Boom. Look at this. Taras 50% damage reduction. Dude, it's over, man. There we go. Looks like I win this best of 3 battle against Flycraft. 2-1. This was a really bad setup like for us. He just had a dominating lineup against our lineup. But we got our revenge here at the end. What do we go? 5-5? I mean, it is what it is. 5-5. Not the best. But we haven't been doing super good since Narcissus or Armons. But after I build my Armons, I think we'll do a little bit better, I think. Yeah, if you guys are looking for Ultra Nightmare clans, my cluster probably has some spots. Definitely after CVC, so. Couldn't accept invite? Seriously? Seriously? Invite. Copy. It should be this, so. What must you do in CVC points? Tag team gives me the most points, so I do a lot of tag team. After that, I do a lot of crafting. After crafting, big things would be like booking champions. If you have I save some champions to build, so I need to do that. So that'll give me some points. And then after that, it's just gonna be like normal farming, dailies, faction wars, stuff like that. You can type in UNG in the here, I'll show you. Clan. So go to rankings and just type in UNG with the dash here, space and a dash, and then you'll find all the clans in my cluster. And then you know, there'll be a Discord link usually here. Just hop in and then we'll find you a clan in the cluster if you're interested. Yeah, they're a little bit high because like all the clans are Ultra Nightmare clans. All the clans are Ultra Nightmare clans, so they, you know, have a little bit of a higher minimum. But yeah. We have one, like, this is a Nightmare clan, so you guys can check it out if you guys are hitting Nightmare. And then we have different like CVC clans and stuff. So But that's the cluster that I'm a part of. I'm also a part of the Omega clan, which is pretty massive. We have a big range of clans here, so the Omega OC clan. Hookah is with you in clan. I think Hookah is in my clan. Wrath, Omega Wrath. Do you use mythical upgrades on the Slayer set, or is it only on lethal? What do you mean mythical upgrades? You can't craft Slayer gear. Oh, you can craft Slayer gear. Yeah, I would definitely use mythical charm. But I haven't crafted any yet. I only get 15, right? From free to play, from the Forge Pass. So, you know, you don't get a lot. No, actually, you get more than this. Sorry. You get more than this. You get enough to craft 15 pieces at the end. But I'll wait until the end to craft. So then I get it all the disappointment in one batch instead of multiple batches of disappointment. That's the way it goes. All right, guys. Thank you guys so much for hanging out. It's been a great turnout, so I appreciate you all hanging out. But that's gonna be it for the video today. I'm gonna get ready to start my day. Hopefully you guys have a great Tuesday, have a great CVC, and yeah, if I don't see you guys in the next video, hopefully I'll see you guys soon. And if you guys are new here, make sure you guys hit that like and subscribe button if you guys like the content. I do appreciate that, of course. And yeah, otherwise, thank you guys so much. I appreciate you all. I'll see you guys in the next video, I guess, or the next stream. And yeah, have a great day. See you guys.